Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is, man. We back with another one of them things. We about to discuss a whole lot of talk tonight. We got a lot to discuss involving around Buzz City and them Charlotte Hornets. There's a lot of information to talk about tonight. Obviously, the Eastern Conference is wild, and the Charlotte Hornets are finding themselves in this tornado. That I emphasize. Remember, I coined phrase the tornado before we start hearing this shit midway through the season, because there's gonna be a tornado down there for them playing spots, and the Charlotte Hornets will find themselves wrapped all in the shit. We about to get into it, man. Lamelo Ball and the Hornets, man, they're in a conundrum. That's where Phil Jackson, he coined that phrase as well. Pardon me, that wasn't Phil Jackson. That was I forgot my man's name. He was out there in Denver. I forgot his name. Goddamn, he was shitting on Carmelo Anthony. He was Carmelo's form. George Carl, pardon me. The Hornets find themselves in a serious conundrum, man. They have to build from within. At some point we got to stop. Well, bottom line is ain't nobody walking through this door. Donovan Mitchell ain't walking through this door. You see what's going on. They don't have any key acquisitions happening. So at the end of the day, yeah, shout out Rap Guy Reloaded, man. You were right on point with me. You know exactly where I was headed with that, with the conundrum. But back to what I was saying, man. We got to stop worrying about who they didn't get, what they don't have. At what point are we going to look down this roster, and emphasize what they do have? What part of the Charlotte Hornets will have to build from within? Don't y'all understand? It's either two things happening. It's either the Charlotte Hornets are going out here to tank, or they playing with us, or they really about to go out here. I think when you got LaMelo on this roster, when you got Scary Terry on this roster, I'm not saying that they're going to be Eastern Conference heavyweights, especially with Terry and maybe even Gordan to a lesser degree. PJ, I'm going to throw his name in there. I don't think these are the guys that go out there to tank. Scary Terry's going to go out there competing every night. That don't mean he's going to be successful every night, but he will lace his boots up and be very ultra competitive. So I think the Charlotte Hornets truly, some people might view this like, oh yeah, they tanking, or they might be trying to get a top pick. I think this is the Hornets. This is all the Hornets could amass this whole season. Cut them some slack, man. They got snake bitten by the whole situation with my man Miles Bridges. Not only did that take Miles completely off the roster, and now we don't know what the hell they're gonna do with him. That is cast a dark cloud around the organization. Who wants to walk in? If you're a free agent, if you are, are you wanting to walk into that circus? You had a coaching situation where you had Kenny Atkinson take the job. A few days later, he reneges and says, "Nah, fuck all that. I'm going back to Golden State to pass around the clipboard." Something's going on here. You don't know what's really happening. You got the players leaving left and right. Who the hell is next? I'm up here talking about these players. I mean, I'm just talking about some guys that I think will be there. The Charlotte Hornets clearly need to make a trade and make a decision on this roster, in order just to bolster it. But right now I want to focus on two guys on this roster. We're going to get into it, man. But before we do that, I want to salute everybody that rolled into the chat early. Salute Josh Jackson. Salute Slim. Shout out Rap Guy Reloaded. Shout out my man Basil Carpenter Jr. That's a definite key. Basil says you people are disappointing me on the likes. You don't get you don't got get these likes up. Flight is grinding, working his butt off. He's got a job. Plus he does this. Give him the likes he deserves. I mean, it's definitely a like discrepancy. Shout out Basil for pointing that out. You know, when you got a video damn near at 500 views and you got 5 likes, that's letting me know not only are people not liking the video, but we even have some of my so-called guys that, you know, that fuck with me or so-called that say they like me or whatever. They're not liking the video either, because also that one like came from me. So technically we got like 4 people. We have a video right now on the Utah Jazz, you know, talking about, and this was a very informative video. This ain't just sitting on the fucking computer with my face and lights flashing and shit in the back, running my fucking mouth. You understand? I'm really sitting up here bringing direct basketball content to the people. That was a very informative video on the situation going out in Utah, you know, with the situation with Jordan Clarkson, Bogdanovich, Mike Conley possibly being on the move. That was very informative, man, that you could definitely get some insight on. You understand? And like I said, to get for the likes, that's horrible, you know, the discrepancy on the likes. But I mean, it's all good at the end of the day. You know, like I said, I'm gonna keep working. There's none of that shit. That's actually a motivator. You understand? All of this is a motivator. You know, a lot of people are trying to do things to throw people off your game. You know, the difference between me, when people try to do things to throw me off my game, you make me get on top of my game. You understand? You actually piss me the fuck off, and you make me want to increase the workload. So it's the total opposite. You know, you might want to leave me the fuck alone. I might just leave, just fuck around and bow out gracefully. But if anybody putting heat on me, you just fucking make me angry. You understand? I actually like it. I'm actually like this shit. I'm from New York City. You know, my favorite rapper was 50. You know, so I mean, you do the math. Salute to everybody that's in here. My man, we had Purple Baby in here. She was about to discuss what's going on with her Charlotte Hornets. You know, because I know that she's highly disgusted. I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk. But that's facts though, man. Real talk. That was a very informative video, man, that y'all need to go check out. But seriously, in all seriousness, I want to get back to the Charlotte Hornets. You know, we got Scary Terry. You know, this guy right here, I think this guy is key. You know, this guy is his running mate. This guy Terry Rozier is averaging 19 points per game, shooting 44% from the field. You know, 37% from 3. I like Scary Terry from 3 too. I think this guy is a problem from Youngstown. Y'all know this kid is the truth. He gave Kyrie Irving his ass to kiss and told him that I'm not going to sit behind nobody. You know, this is the guy right here that I'm looking at is the guy to be Lamelo Ball's, you know, ace boom coon. You understand? I'm not saying that he about to up his game to all-star levels. But when you don't have a situation, when you're in a situation, you understand where the team has brought in no reinforcements, none. You know, you got to look at this guy Terry. Terry was with the Boston Celtics, a premier franchise in the NBA. You know, they got extensive winning. You know, we all know the pedigree of the Boston Celtics. This guy was a part of it. He knows a little something about winning. Scary Terry. You understand? Even when he was with the Celtics, it was no Kyrie. These guys went down to the conference finals to a game 7. You understand? With the Cleveland Cavaliers, they came up short, you know, to LeBron James. But this man was the starting point guard, you know, in that series. So this guy Terry needs to step up. We got to go to the guys that been here, done that. I'm expecting Scary Terry to elevate his game. When I look at a Gordon Hayward, I'm expecting him to elevate his game. When you look at the PJ Washingtons and some of the younger people, you expect them to make mistakes. You expect them to fuck up. You expect them to do these issues. You understand? You're not expecting this to happen to the vets. When you go down the line of Gordon Hayward, when you go down, hell no. Gordon Hayward, yes, we all know the man broke his foot and all of the good shit. It was a horrifying injury. You know, and Gordon Hayward is a player who never recovered, you know, from that situation mentally, physically, spiritually. I don't feel like Gordon Hayward ever recovered. We seen Paul George suffer, I think, maybe even worse, you know, and you seen the whole bone, you know, what's the name? I don't even think you got a chance. I don't know. His sock was in the way, so it probably was exposed. This guy, Paul George, whole fucking leg bone was exposed. We seen that shit clear as day on USA Basketball. You understand? He came back and bounced back to the point where he was in MVP mode mentally. You know, this guy clearly did a 180 bounce back, returning to form, and that's what we want to see. We never got a chance to see that from Gordon Hayward with his recovery. I think a large part of that was happened because when he came to Boston, he was a veteran, he got hurt, and you had these young guns coming from behind you, and they kind of just completely derailed him mentally. You had Tatum needed a spotlight. You had Brown. All of these players felt like they was better than this guy. So I think that did a little something to this guy's mental. This guy Gordon Hayward, something happened to him mentally with that situation. He's never recovered. He got to get back on track. And I don't know if Steve Clifford is the coach to wake his ass up. I don't know if he need to go back to Utah. But the bottom line is this man is a member of the Charlotte Hornets. He's Lamelo Ball's teammate, and we are going to be asking this man to step up big time this season. We already know what Scary Terry bringing to the table. This guy Gordon Hayward is making a whole lot of money, y'all. We got to stop acting like this dude is on the veterans minimum. This man signed for something crazy. I mean, can we blame him? I mean, you would have signed it too. But I mean, it is what it is. Gordon Hayward, in his he's got been in the league for a while, 32 years old. He's going down, the totem pole is almost all she wrote, y'all. Gordon Hayward put up 15 points per game last season, 45% from the field, 39% from the three, a veteran. So he's got to up his efficiency. We're never going to see Gordon Hayward go back to what he did in Utah, where he averaged 21. We're just not going to see that, obviously. But a season ago, Gordon Hayward averaged 19 points per game. Can he go back to that? Because they're going to need everybody to step up. That 15 you gave a season ago, it ain't going to cut it this year. You got to up it to what you did a season ago. Scary Terry. You without Miles Bridges? Oh, damn, you fucked. You got to get out here and step it up. I mean, even another guy, like I said, PJ Washington to a lesser degree. I don't really want to kill PJ Washington. And you want to know why I'm going to give a little patience to Mr. PJ Washington, even though he's got to step up too. We're going to get into him too. The former Kentucky Wildcat. This guy is 24 years of age. I'm willing to give this guy a pass. I do believe that this is going to be good for him, this season, especially if we don't get no word on the situation with Miles, because you see what you losing with Miles Bridges. Miles bring a lot to the table. We got to stop acting like Miles Bridges was just all about dunks. Miles Bridges was, after Melo, he was the go-to guy. 20 points per game. He was Lamelo Ball's running mate all season long, 49% from the field. The three-point percentage was not all that good, but you seen he was trying to show that he had that range. 7 rebounds. He was playing for that contract. Let's just be honest. And it's crazy that he played so hard to get that money, and then he fucked around and now he can't get the money. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, he really got done a disservice, but I mean, hey, but if we want to look at the situation and all the things that we seen, hey, he did it to himself. He's got to get himself on track, man. This is not a good look. This is not. Y'all let me know what y'all expecting from the Charlotte Hornets, and their crew, of players this year. Like I stated before, man, they have to build from within. I'm highlighting 2 young players that I believe that need to step up. When you're going down the line of these guys, these 2, I think these are guys that are ones poised to. Even if you want to go to Mason Plumlee, I mean, but come on, you're not really looking at Mason Plumlee to really do something on. I know that we ridicule this guy. I mean, but he did it to himself. Mason Plumlee never was a guy that put up major numbers. So this 6 points that he gave was 64% from the field. Can Mason Plumlee average? If we just making all accounts that guys need to step up, okay, we're never going to see an all-star performance out of Mason Plumlee. But can the man up his points to 12 points? Can he get the 7 rebounds up to 10? These things could be the difference in the situation that they're dealing with when they got a whole team that is in complete disarray. When you don't know what's going to happen with your star, you don't know who the hell going to be out there opening night. If they don't make a move before the season, mid-season, this is going to be a shitty team. Outside of LaMelo Ball, this team is going to be a shitty basketball team. I'm not going to sit up on this goddamn YouTube and sit up here and play with you. If outside of LaMelo Ball, if they don't make an adjustment, this is a shitty basketball team. And I'm telling you, the only way they're going to elevate their game outside of LaMelo's heroics is unless his veterans step up for him. These guys been here, man. Miles Bridges out. It's like we don't know what's going to happen. I hope they give them something, because it's like they in limbo right now. They haven't cut them. They haven't signed them. It's like they just sent his ass home to figure out the verdict on this situation. I hope that whatever's going on with the case, I don't have no information. I ain't got no facts. I don't know nothing. I just hope that they come to a solution, some kind of, just final conclusion to all of this. That way, because what's happening now is, I know that people are trying to act like this shit, just glossing this shit under the rug. The Charlotte Hornets and LaMelo Ball now is being affected by this whole situation, because it seemed like and to be honest with you, you can't fault the Hornets. I think if this was the San Antonio Spurs, if this was the Lakers, if this was the Miami Heat, Miles Bridges would have been cut already, But the problem is the Charlotte Hornets don't have an asset like this. You can't just be sending motherfuckers out the door when you don't have this kind of talent coming in on the regular. So you got to be very cautious before you just kicking people up out the building. You don't want to just lose Miles for nothing. Even though the situation is nasty, it don't look good. It is what it is. You still want to, if you're gonna lose Miles, it'd be nice to, get off of him with something to see if you can move him. I mean, at this point, get a pick or something. You ain't gonna get shit for him. Whoever somebody's gonna pick him up for the cheap. They might just ride his ass out. I'm telling you, if some of this information come back and this is the way it was perceived, I mean, this man may never come back in the goddamn. He may never come back in the league, or he will get ostracized. I'm talking about like, he might have to take a year off to let this shit cool down. He really did fail his team. I know that. Like I said, I know in football they do this a lot. Like, a lot of things you do off the court. This is truly a off the field, pardon me. This is truly a situation where not only did it hurt his whatever situation, personal life, this has completely affected your basketball team. They were not able to improve the roster, and also, like I said, they was not able to, it's crazy, man. I'm just disgusted. And like I said, losing my man, what's my man's name? That was a horrible encounter when they lost my man. Montrezl Harrell. You're already thin on the floor. For you to lose another guy, man, it's horrible, man. I just feel like you're not giving no credence to your other players. It feel like you just throwing Mason Plumlee to the Wolves. You throwing PJ Washington to the Wolves. You throwing your rookies to the Wolves. I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, at the end of the day, Miles Bridges did it to himself, and it's just crazy. I just feel like LaMelo is just being put in a tough situation. Is it to me personally, I think it's I'm not gonna say a lose-lose, but it's not a winning situation. This is showing, LaMelo Ball needs to know that, hey man, the future here in Charlotte, if this continues, this could be worse than Kemba. When you start to look at your other counterparts, when you look at, hell, before we even get to Anthony Edwards, what's my man's name who, Wiseman, didn't he win a championship by accident? I mean, when you start to look at some of the people that was in your draft class alone, we ain't even going to get into some of the players that was selected number one, like, the Cades of the world. And, even though Detroit is far away, but who's to say? You see the foundation they building. They clearly building through the draft. Is that the way the Charlotte Hornets are going to be moving? Because the way it's starting to communicate is they may be moving towards the draft. They ain't getting no free agents in Charlotte. Let me break the news to you. Ain't nobody coming. So I think that may be the best bet for Michael Jordan and Kupchak. Did they approach LaMelo and Clifford like, hey, listen, man, we going through the draft. It's just not gonna work. We clearly they know they've been in Charlotte, the market forever. They know ain't nobody coming. So they're gonna have to move through the draft like these other teams, like the Detroit Pistons. Because what's going to happen is, even though they have LaMelo, they can't get too fly, because LaMelo could be on his way out the door in the future. And then you got the Pistons there with all of these high picks. And like I said, they like, even with LaMelo, collectively as a unit, the Detroit Pistons could pass the Charlotte Hornets in like either a year or two if these two organizations continue the tracks that they're on. You see Detroit, they on the up and up. You see Orlando on the up and up. You see the Knicks on the up and up. You see the Cavs on the up and the only team looking like they dragging out east is the Charlotte Hornets. Seriously, now I'm just looking at the standards here out east. To be honest with you, the only team to me right now that's fucking around to me is the Charlotte Hornets. That's to me the only team I feel like didn't really do that. If you want to throw Indiana in there, but if you look at these teams that missed the postseason, all of these teams are on their business right now, and you could see it. The New York Knicks. I know y'all hate the Knicks, but they on their shit right now. Pay homage. The Cavaliers, no question. The Detroit Pistons on the up and up, and the Magic. I'm concerned about the Pistons and the Magic. Well, not so much the Magic. We don't know how this number one pick Paolo gonna be, but I'm just saying I'm starting to get concerned when I'm looking at what's going on with Detroit. And like I said, the trajectory that they're on, that they can somehow pass the Charlotte Hornets if they don't get shit right. Because it's like LaMelo or nothing. I hate that. It's just, we've seen this before, these one-man shows. It goes nowhere. Seriously, why are we gonna have all of these one-man shows when we know how it's gonna end? We've seen this movie, we've seen this show already. There's nothing new that's gonna arise from this. He don't even have like a guy that's on the emergence of superstardom. You feel me? I can understand, okay, they don't have the guy here, but there is somebody on the roster that he gonna be somebody in a year or two. They don't even have that, because even the picks that they pick, you don't see any of that shit. They've had some picks too. They just drafted. Mark Williams, I don't see it. And I love the kid. I think he's gonna be talented. I don't see all-star status. I don't. He's more of a draft by need. Like, he's going to be the guy to eventually replace Mason Plumlee, instead of being the guy that's going to be a franchise guy for the Charlotte Hornets. I think they need to get some new people in that draft room, to get it straightened out, because they're not doing the right things, man. When you draft this high, you got a number 11 pick at James Bouknight just wasting away. JT Thor and these guys, they show flashes in the summer league. Are they ever going to get the opportunity on the floor? Is that ever going to translate? Are they about to just go get sent back to Greensboro? This is a troubling situation. I don't think their young players ain't developing, not developing correctly. At least the recent young players, like PJ, he don't look like he going to be an all-star either. But he just look like he's going to be a starter, a serviceable starter. A stretch four. That's all I see from dude. I don't see no all-star status. I don't see anything. Y'all let me know, is there any player on this roster where the dark horse for all-star status? I don't see. They're going to have to combine everybody. Who knows the status of Kelly Oubre? Somebody let me know, is Kelly Oubre safe? Shout out Jessica. Salute to everybody that got their teams in order. Shit got to be lovely, when your house is in order. I'm telling you. I thought the Knicks situation was horrible, personnel-wise, even though we don't have a LaMelo Ball, but it's not that bad when it comes to getting the pieces around the team. Somebody says maybe Bouknight will reach all-star status. Shout out Rap Guy Reloaded. I would like to know, what in the hell have James Bouknight proven to us that that's going to happen? I think what really hurt Bouknight was him missing this summer league. He needed that. I think this summer league, he could have took center stage. Yeah, Wiseman is a champion. This dude. So you see mind you, Wiseman is hurt. They don't even need James Wiseman. You understand? I think they're gonna trade him. They probably gonna package dude and a couple of people and get something crazy. They don't need James Wiseman. And then you look at what's going on with Minnesota. Let me tell you something. They trying to make sure that dude signed. And he gonna sign to Minnesota. There's no reason to leave. But they got this guy some weapons. Like this guy, imagine when the Minnesota Timberwolves play the Charlotte Hornets. Is that going to be a competitive game? Are you even going to be looking forward to it? If Anthony Edwards go out there and do his thing, are we gonna sit up here and say, oh my God, he's just so much better than LaMelo Ball? And I ain't gonna sit up here and discredit Anthony Edwards. I think the dude is talented. I just feel like it's not a fair fight. You know, I don't like that one organization is giving everything and the other organization is giving absolutely nothing. You know, I think that truly hurts, man. That hurts the whole goddamn team. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, the Charlotte know what they got to do. You know, they've been here before. This organization done been here before. You know, they know what they got to do. We got a new guy in here. What's good, Aaron? What's up?
What's up? You hear me? You hear me, Flight?
Yeah, this your first time on the channel, right?
Nah, bro. Nah, I've been with you for a minute, Flight.
No, this your first time on the panel.
Nah.
Oh, okay. That's my fault.
This AP Bulls fan, man.
Oh, okay. You switched up your name. Okay, I remember that name. So what's good? What's good? Talk to me, man. Where you from? Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to you, bro. We appreciate you for tuning in with us today, man, on Flight Sports, man. We in here just go, man, listen, I am hot. I am pissed. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Charlotte Hornets. I'm posing a question. Obviously, they got to build from within. Before I even get into my whole long soliloquy, what talk to me, man. What the hell is going on?
Man, I really can't tell you. I mean,
no, you got to tell me something, man. I got questions. I need answers.
I mean, what would you say is the biggest thing wrong with them right now?
Personnel or front office. A lot, everything outside of LaMelo.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, like, how do we? If it's one main thing that's wrong, what would you say it is? Like, I know you say it's a lot, but like, where do you start with it?
I'm gonna say the front office. I'm not sure. I think that needs, because that's the constant. We had Kemba in here, we had LaMelo, and we on track to it being worse than the Kemba situation, y'all. I'm letting y'all know, I'm pointing this out right now. We are on track for this to be worse than Kemba. You know, they have not put the pieces around him. Mind you, you got an international superstar in LaMelo Ball. I don't feel like it's being completely maximized to his fullest potential. I think if they actually put a competent team on here, I think LaMelo is the guy. I know people say, oh no, I would never have. I think he's the guy who could draw a free agent over there. You got people going to Cleveland, people going to everywhere, Oklahoma. You heard Dame, they going to Oklahoma City, bro. You know, so I mean, people going places. Stop acting like Charlotte is no man's land. Charlotte is a good city. I don't know if y'all ever been there. It ain't New York City, but it ain't Oklahoma City either. You know, Charlotte is popping. So I'm just saying, it ain't too far from Atlanta. You're not far at all from nothing. So I mean, I don't see why that can't be a destination.
Yeah, I don't see Charlotte really being like, these dudes are millionaires. Where they live at or where they play at don't really matter.
That's irrelevant. Thank you. That's irrelevant. All that, they need to quit that bullshit right now. I'm happy you said that. All of this shit about where they playing, man, that shit don't matter no more. People be in Utah. Who gives a damn? No, ain't none of them, when they in this off season, when they free, they going. Everybody's flying to LA, no matter where you play.
Exactly. But you know, Flight, I think LaMelo. People probably gonna think I'm tripping when I say this, man. But I think LaMelo is in Michael Jordan's. I think he's in his path, you know, of how he was brought up in the NBA, because it's gonna probably be 4 or 5 years of Melo really balling out. Like, his 2K rating at 87, I think he's way better than that.
You nice in 2K too? I want all the smoke. Let me know what's going on. I'm not playing.
You know,
I want to. What?
Don't even go there, bro.
Come on, stop playing with me. I'll bust your ass on this live right now as we speak. You better stop playing with me. Don't make me pull these cameras out.
No, man. No, but for real, I think Melo, especially as he gets into his more veteran seasons, like the young vet season, 27, 28 years old, I think he gonna be such a clown. He gonna get everybody to come. I don't give a fuck if they play in South Central LA. Like, straight up, he gonna get anybody to come play with him. I think LaMelo gonna be something nasty. And just like
I believe so too.
Just like Larry Bird said, Jesus and sneakers or whatever like that. Like I believe it's gonna be a turnover like that, especially once LeBron and everybody start fading out the league. Like
Yes.
LaMelo and Zion might be the.
Listen, I
want
think
to
it's gonna be Luka. Listen, it's gonna be if Luka could stay healthy, you're gonna see Luka, Zion if he could stay healthy. I think LaMelo Ball is gonna be right in that mix too. I think when you're talking about the top young players, I'm talking young players. I don't know if you want to put Trey in there. How old is Trey Young? I'm just talking about the young player. I know Trey Young ain't that old either because he's drafted with Luka.
Nah, he's young.
But for some reason, yeah, he is young. He only 23. Some people, yeah, so he's definitely solid. I think when you talk, these are the guys I believe that's going to be, at the forefront. In my humble opinion.
When you compare LaMelo to those dudes, like they tried to put that bullshit together flight when they was like LaMelo versus Zion, and Zion was like 190 pounds bigger than Melo and 5 inches taller. They tried to put that one game together and make it seem like that was something. But I would love to see that now. And I think we're gonna see.
My bad. Trey Young isn't. I'm going to cut you off. I'm sorry. Trey Young, you can't consider him as being one of the top young players in there as well. Trey, obviously, they got but the one equalizer they all have is the team that they all play for. Trey plays in Atlanta, who looks like they're serious about winning. So I think that's where LaMelo is suffering, and I think that's going to be the ultimate equalizer. Because I stated before, I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. I'm gonna let you just have the floor after this one. It's my last one. I'm gonna keep going too.
No,
but where I want to say is, I just looked at the list of the Eastern Conference, y'all, of the standings. The only team that's fucking around right now is the Charlotte Hornets. In my humble opinion, even Indiana is on the up and up. They traded for Halliburton last year. He gonna have a full training camp. They got high hopes. Orlando is jumping up with high hopes. Detroit is happy as hell. Every other team done retooled except for Charlotte. Charlotte is the only team that I could pinpoint visually and say this team did not progress well at this offseason. Look at the Eastern Conference standings for me real quick, everybody, and tell me, am I lying? When y'all get an opportunity, if y'all don't have it right now, they are the only team fucking around. I'm actually gonna pull this shit up on the goddamn thing, but keep going, bro. Keep going.
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to say is I think everybody is doing good, and they taking a certain approach to how they trying to build. But what my whole point is, even with a bad front office, hell, even if it's bad coaching, if certain players see LaMelo going off like how Jordan was dropping the double nickel on niggas and 63, and people was tripping like, man, look, that they called the Chicago Bulls like the cocaine cowboys or something like that. And Jordan was in a whole terrible organization. That's my comparison that I'm making. Even if the damn team, the whole team around them is like horrible and organization horrible, I think Melo is gonna be such a star that it's gonna be people that wanna, man, I'm going to play with Melo, and I don't care who is in the front office.
That's facts. I want to show the people something right quick. Hold on a second, because I think this shit is a joke. I think people think shit is a joke. I was just scrolling down the list, and this just came up to me in the middle of this live. Like, this didn't happen. I didn't have this epiphany before or after. Are you there right there? Look at this right. Look at this Eastern Conference for me right here. We got the Miami Heat. Clearly, the Miami Heat. They're gonna be at the cream of the crop next season, right? Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
I thank you. Now the Boston Celtics. They just got, who the hell did they just get? Brogdon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they about to get Melo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, who? Yeah, I heard about me. Hey, you I need to listen. You know what? Don't even talk about Melo. I want to let the people know right now. Y'all know Melo is my favorite player. It's about time we do something special for Carmelo around here. Just know I got something planned in the woodworks for all my Carmelo Anthony fans. I want to let y'all know right now, we about to pay the utmost homage to the great legend Carmelo Anthony here at Flight Sports TV. Wait till he
Yes, sir.
sign. I will have an announcement once he's signed. And remember, I said I don't want to do too much talking. For some of y'all that know Flight Sports, know what I'm thinking. If you know, you know. It's time to put a little history lesson on one of the greats of all time. Now let's keep going. The Milwaukee Bucks. Damn, you see what's going on with Giannis. Giannis is a beast, a freak of nature. You know, they got Ingles. They retooled a little bit.
Yep.
They're gonna be there regardless. I think they had injuries. They're gonna be back in the heavyweights next year. I booked that. Look at Philadelphia. You see what Philly doing. All I'm telling the people right now is the Charlotte Hornets is the only team fucking off in the East. Everybody else understand that it's gonna be a race to them spots. You know, and Charlotte could very well find themselves out the mix. You know, the Philadelphia 76ers. Everybody done shitted on James Harden, bro. You know, they done shitted on, I mean, Embiid coming back, he was in MVP mode. You heard?
Yes, sir.
And that's what I'm saying. And then, you know, back to what I was saying, and he was in MVP mode. Okay. And now they just got PJ Tucker, Montrezl Harrell. Do you see the toughness there? And you know, and let me tell you something. Joel Embiid is a madman too, in terms of his aggressiveness and his nastiness. The versatility they're gonna have coming off that bench of aggressiveness is gonna be off the charts.
Didn't they just get one of them the twins? Or Morris brothers or something?
I don't know. Yeah, well, double check that for me because I don't know. The Toronto Raptors. We got something coming up on the Raptors coming up this weekend. Y'all be on the lookout. It's Flight Sports TV. You bet not ever sleep on the Toronto Raptors. You know, this is a team that ain't nobody talking about that's going to be in the mix. Listen, the Toronto Raptors, this is a team that ain't nobody talking about. Y'all done completely looked over them.
No,
that's going to be right in the mix. What?
Right, no.
What I said?
No. Toronto Raptors, bro, no. I don't see them making the playoffs, bro.
No?
What? Scotty Barnes is going to kill it this year.
No, bro. I don't see them making it, man. I think they overachieved, bro. I'm not sold on them, man. I could be wrong, but I'm just not sold on Toronto, man.
Man, that's a hell of an organization. You got to think about how many times they made the playoffs when they had all they, you know, like they superstars on their team. Then
yes,
they lose every one of them and still make the playoffs.
Solid.
I mean, yeah, but they're kind of in the rebuild mode too.
Who, Toronto?
Listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Somebody got to fall out because.
I want to talk about Toronto. That's why I said Toronto got a lot going on. You know,
somebody got to fall out, man, because
it might be the Bulls.
No, I don't think it's gonna be Toronto. Don't sleep on them. Let me tell you, Pascal and they got OG, Pascal, Van Vliet, Nick Nurse. Because that team ain't nobody to look over.
I told you, the Hawks are making the playoffs, bro. The Hawks are making it. The Brooklyn Nets is not gonna be that low of a seed anymore.
No, the Brooklyn gonna be in the mix. Yes, you're right about that. Some people calling the Bulls gonna be the team to fall out. Now you know I ain't with that, but I'm telling you, people think it's gonna be the Bulls.
You know what? They think it's gonna be the Bulls because Lonzo, of course, he's not gonna be there at the start of the season. What they saying? It's not.
They're gonna be but it's not. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know the severity of the situation. It might not be as hopefully it's not as bad as it sounds.
But not only that, what I tell you, I understand that they didn't look like a shell of themselves when Zoe was playing. That's the obvious. But what I feel like what they have to work with is okay. They gotta sample size of how they played without him, and they have footage where they can go back and say, okay, we got to tweak this here. We can't do this here. We can't do that there. You know, and if Io the student starts, okay, he knocked that rookie season out the way. You know what I'm saying? He got it in the system. He gonna be ready to go. I ain't saying he gonna be a be all. You know what I'm saying? Be able to place Lonzo, of course, because nobody can replace him. But I think they'll be fine. I don't think that they're panicking. You know, they saying the same stuff that they said last season when the Bulls signed all these people. They didn't even have us making the playoffs on the thing last season. So I don't believe shit they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, I'm on the phone. Phone, G. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here with you. What's good?
Yeah. So yeah, that's my coworker man acting a fool. Um, so yeah, man, I think they're fine. And I came on here because I wanted to tell you to me, I feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel for Charlotte. I know it seems like it's bad right now, but they got some nice little young pieces. What it's gonna take, it's gonna it's gonna take development. They already did some key things. They went in the draft. You know what I'm saying? They did sign some free agents, but you know the Gordon Hayward didn't work out, and it's looking like the Terry Rozier is not gonna work out. So they got to get rid of them bad contracts and try to sign some free agents. And if they can't, I mean, I think it's still light at the end of the tunnel because I don't see Charlotte competing with the big boys yet. That's obvious. Yeah, what I mean by that, I mean like the Milwaukee Bucks, you know, the 76ers, the Chicago Bulls, the Miami Heat. They're gonna be competing like you said. We said earlier, the Pacers, the the Detroit. You know,
The
the
Pacers
young.
gonna be pretty good, man. Don't sleep.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, it's like far as like the young team. You know what I'm saying? What you see? The Pacers. I see. If Pacers make the playoffs, I say an 8 seed. If the Magic make the playoffs, 8 seed. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be competing in the play-in. You know, because they gotta build. They gotta develop their young talent, and that's what Charlotte got to do right now. They just have to develop their young talent until they can sign some free agency. And they not gonna sign none now because, like I said, they stuck on those two bad contracts. So until they come off their contracts, I think they just need to just needs to focus on developing their young talent.
I'm with you on that.
You know, so
They're,
they
they're,
got their
they're gonna
center. You
they're
know,
gonna be
Plumlee
straight.
gonna be on. Plumlee out of here. You know, Williams gonna take his spot soon. So, you know, and like I said, you got Thor. He a nice little stretch power forward. You know, just develop the young talent, man, until you can get rid of the contract. You know, so you can get rid of them contracts. And maybe, hopefully, I'm hoping maybe Gordon Hayward will play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can keep him, or you know what I'm saying? If they feel like, you know what I'm saying, let's try to flip Gordon Hayward and send him to a contending team that can give us even some more young assets back in return. You know, so I think we just need to just sit back and just see if they develop these young talent. They don't play these boys and try to develop them, but we know then it's true that what everybody's been saying is they just want to be the ownership just want to be mediocre so they can keep making excuses that we try to trying to contend. You know what I'm saying? That we don't got none basic excuse me, not trying to contend if they don't have none. Yeah, that's my spiel. I mean, you agree, disagree, what's up?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Repeat that last question one more time. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, bro.
No, I was saying, do you agree or do you disagree? And if other thing I also said, maybe I got to go back some more is,
Yo,
yeah, we
where
just got to.
where you getting 2K on? Xbox or PlayStation? I'm sorry.
I got them on both.
Uh,
Yeah, so
I'm gonna get it on one system. I ain't about to get that shit on both. You know, PlayStation 170 for it's either one or the other. I ain't about to buy them
It's
for both.
like you know, yesterday, the Marvin wanted to talk about it so bad,
So
but
about what?
people think I'm tripping because I said the Bulls might be in playing.
yeah,
PlayStation. I'm part of Bulls. I think the Bulls gonna definitely not make the play, and I think they will be in the playoffs. I'm looking for a monster season out of Zach LaVine this year. I think the way
yeah,
we looked at DeMar DeRozan, you know, I think DeMar steps back this year. He knows the isolation killed him. He can't go out that way. You know, now he got a facility. He got to be more of a facilitator. That don't mean he about to come out here and be Steve Nash, but he gonna definitely move the ball more than he did a season ago. I think Zach LaVine is more comfortable playing with DeMar from a season ago, and Zach he gets all of the accolades that we seen dude. And if we get back to Zach being the number one option on this basketball team, and I think that's gonna shoulder some of the load, you know, until Lonzo get back. I think Zach
But,
LaVine is going to be key. Why? Look out for Zach. Remember I said that.
quick question. Let me ask you this: is Chicago better than Toronto?
Of course. I mean, but Toronto was a tricky team. You know, because they got a better coach than you. You know, they got a better organization. That's the crazy part. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, they might not have the
But
pieces, but they got everything else.
I don't know about that organization.
Yeah, it's like that's like
No,
okay.
I
This might
mean,
not be the best analogy. You got money right now, but let's say you go link up with some millionaires. You understand? You go talk to them for about 6 months straight, and they send your ass out in the wild.
again, the Toronto just won a ring. Like you can't
That's what I'm
say.
saying. The pedigree is there, and the
Bruh,
coaches, the Nick Nurse is still there.
again, bro. Come on now. Let's not take away credit. They won that ring because
No, they helped Kawhi.
No, I know. I said no. Let me finish. I said
I'm
one
sorry.
of the reasons why was Kawhi Leonard, fam.
Yeah, that was the biggest reason.
Hey, yeah, you take Kawhi Leonard off there, I don't see him winning no championship.
But they was knocking on they was knocking on the door with DeMar DeRozan. They just needed a different look. And I would have liked DeMar to get an opportunity. See, it was messed up because DeMar should have been given that opportunity to go out there and try to, because DeMar could have won the ring. You know, and I think DeMar is still. Hold on. I'm going to cut you off, man. That's why I think DeMar DeRozan is always pressing like he play. Like even Chris Paul. Notice the people who never won championships. They play the regular season like they in the fucking playoffs. You know, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Paul. These dudes are regular season masters. You understand? You see Chris Paul on a Wednesday night. This dude look like God. You know, you see him ass on the playoff game. You're like, what the hell happened? You know, so it's crazy. You know, I noticed that about Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan. Those two players need to wake up in the postseason because that's where they fucking up, and their legacy is gonna be there right there. My bad.
Yeah, our shooters didn't do us no justice last year. We could have beat the Bucks easy. We could have went to the NBA Finals. If everybody was healthy and everybody was shooting consistently, we could have won a chip last year. But I think every team in the East, at least the top 6, got better. I mean, you don't agree with that, Flight?
So, you got Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, Flight, can you put the standards back up?
Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, give me 2 minutes. It'll be back.
They added Ingles. The 76ers. They added what's the name? PJ Tucker and Montrezl. The Miami Heat, they didn't add nobody. They lost somebody.
I mean, did you see how the Miami Heat whooped the ass last year? They didn't need to add nobody.
Y'all ass. Who's your team again, fan? I thought you was a Knicks fan.
Bro, you do that to me every time. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan.
Oh, you know what? I thought this was right to truth speaking. My bad, fam.
Nah.
I mean, this is what I say. And I said this at the beginning. I think the big difference was why Miami was whooping on Chicago was because Bam Bam was just. I think he was just killing Vucevic. I feel like if you put Drummond in there and replace Vucevic, I think Chicago got a strong chance of whooping their ass.
I would agree, but still, our guards was leaving Vincent, Strus, all the dudes wide open.
I mean, they gotta play better defense, man. I mean, that's what you got to do.
People think I'm crazy because I'm a Bulls fan, but I'm saying what I'm saying.
Nah, you're being realistic, bro. It's all, if you ain't being blind spotted, you're not being blind because you're a Bulls fan. You seeing the flaws and you calling out the flaws, which you should be. Like you said, the guards, you got to play better defense.
But you know what? We can live with the guards doing what they doing because we was in most of those games. Like you said, our downfall was, think about it. Think about the top 6 teams. They all got a center that's gonna defend Vooch and dominate Vooch.
Yeah, but that's where, like I said, that's where I feel like some of them games, I feel like if they do start Vooch, they gonna sub his ass out quick and try to put Drummond in there.
Hey, Drummond can't play 48 minutes.
Oh yeah, I know he can't play 48 minutes, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, so we can see we can get out there maybe for 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know. You know, so
and they're not about to give Gunner more minutes than Vucevic.
I mean, if it ain't like he gonna start over the man all season, if it's an important game, like, look, man, you ain't gonna be able to, handle.
Come on, bro. But when do they do that?
I mean, they ain't even had no center to do that with, so I can't say that. You could put Troy Brown Jr. in. He's playing like not Troy Brown Jr.
Yes,
Tony
sir.
Bradley. You
I know
could
you
put
talking
Tony
about.
Bradley in. He was playing like booty cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So
And
now you got a center that can run the floor and probably play better defense and rebound way better than Vucevic. I mean, he gonna have to respect it. You know what I'm saying? You'll start other games, but this game you probably just won't start, or you just ain't gonna play starting minutes. I want to say.
Would you agree with this? I think the Chicago Bulls only missing one pivotal piece on offense, and it could be Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying that they're missing. They're not missing somebody who can attack the rim because we can do that. We're not missing somebody that can shoot the mid-range jumper because we can do that. We're not missing no three-point shooters when we got like 4 or 5 people on our team shooting 39% or better. What we missing is Luol Deng.
Oh, yeah, it's my Lord Dang. Yeah, that Lord Dang player. I mean, shit, that very well that could be Patrick Williams, or that could be turn out to be. Actually, I don't even think it's gonna be Dalen Terry. I think Dalen Terry gonna be cold if you get a minute. I just got
I
that
think
feeling.
he gonna be like Halliburton.
Yo, we got the standards back up. Purple baby, what's good?
What's up? Hello, how are y'all?
What's up,
I'm all
man?
right. How about
Chilling,
yourself?
chilling. Sorry, I couldn't get to you earlier. I was on a long ass rant. My bad.
It's cool, I understand.
Yeah, and the intro, I like to set it off. So I mean, I just got to lay the foundation, for the live stream. But I know you heard everything, so we would love to hear your thoughts.
Well, here's the thing. Upon looking at their stats in a
Uh,
limited amount of games, since they have been in Charlotte, I'm gonna start with Gordon Hayward first. He averaged 19 points, and then Terry Rozier did 19.3.
okay.
Uh, but I just feel like even if they do that, that's still not gonna be enough because it's just below 500 basketball. Terry Rozier needs to be coming off the bench, but you can't do that because of the amount of money he's making, and and um and just I don't know what they can do to rectify the situation. They got Mark Williams that they just drafted that they're gonna. I don't know. Kai Jones is still sitting in the G League. JT Thor sitting in the G League. I don't know what they're gonna do at this point.
That's a good question. What you think they're
I
gonna
think
do?
you got to strike gold with somebody's. You got to try to like trade, trade low and hope that you get, a person that reach that next level. But
Well,
I mean, I don't know what can you do.
like I said earlier, man, what they can do right now is develop
Mm.
their young talent. Develop their young talent. That's all they have in their hands right now. That's all they have. Well, I mean, Charlotte don't have nothing but time. Melo gonna resign. He gonna want that max. So develop their young talent, and I'm pretty sure he wants to win. That's the obvious. I'm pretty sure people
But
don't want to lose. But I think if you just bring up his brother, that ease the pain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That ease it just a little bit.
all
Just
I
to,
see, to be honest, is the Shea Gilgeous Alexander situation in OKC where you don't fit their team, and now they got to find somewhere else for you to go. So yeah, he can get his money, but is it worth staying there if all they can get is young talent, and that young talent got to take time to develop. And
I
he
mean,
23, 24 at this point, where he needs to be making it to the playoffs and stuff like that. Like that's not
who,
a smart.
who you talking about Melo or Shea? That you said that they smart.
I'm talking about Lamelo.
Oh, I think it is because I mean, you don't want to rush things. Like I said, I don't think they gonna trade him. I don't think so. I think, like I said, he's there. He ain't going nowhere. They don't. Shit, that's their only option. Like I said, they signed a free agent, which is not. No, I don't think they signed. I think they traded for him. When they got Gordon Hayward, it's just it didn't work out. I mean, dude wound up getting hurt, so that blew up in their face. And then the whole thing with Terry Rozier, you know, he don't want to take a back seat. So I mean, if everybody played, if Gordon was healthy and Terry Rozier played his role, I think this team would be good. But it just didn't work out. So they gonna have to get off the contracts and hopefully get a free agent. They might be able to get Jalen Brown. We don't know this. But I'm just saying, until then, I think they just need to go ahead and play their young talent. You know what I'm saying? Thor can turn out to be a beast, as far as you know. You know what I'm saying? Same with Williams. You don't know what he'll be. Book night. You know what I'm saying? You got all this young talent. They could be good. I mean, look at the Pacers. I mean, well, not the Pacers. The Pistons got nice young talent. Look at OKC. Nice young talent. That they're gonna be there within a couple of
Do,
years. What you about to say,
do,
Clay?
do Charlotte do Charlotte
All
got
right,
his
son.
draft picks?
Can you hear me?
Nah, yeah, we can hear you. Yeah,
Uh,
no, Charlotte don't have their draft pick this year. I said they should just tank, but I forgot they don't have their draft pick.
But they got a majority of them. They just like don't got this one.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, I got a question for you then. Check it out. Would you say Charlotte is the worst team in the East?
the worst
Say that one
team.
more time.
Would you say Charlotte, like all together, the whole organization, the roster,
No,
like,
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
would you say they better than the like 2012 Philadelphia 76ers? The team that like 13, whichever year Embiid got drafted.
Shit, I don't even remember what was their record that year.
Didn't they win like 13 games?
I think
Yeah,
that's the
they'll
year they
win more
won
than
10. They
13
won 10
games.
and 72. I think that hell yeah, they better than that team, bro. They won 10 and
See,
72.
so, but a few years later, wouldn't you say that the Sixers are one of the best teams in the East?
Yeah, right. See, that's what happened. You're right. Say it again, bro. I ain't hear you.
No, I was saying, wouldn't you say the Sixers are one of the best teams in the East now?
Yeah, but guess what? They got like that over time. They weren't like that. That team wasn't built overnight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we just got to get them time
I mean,
because
that's what I said. I said they need to just chill and play and develop the young
But
talent.
but I'm gonna ask you this: is it smart? Because we look at the LeBron James situation, and it was tragic. You had an owner that wasn't willing to put the appropriate amount of talent around LeBron James, and I see the same situation going on here, where they draft mediocre talent or re-sign mediocre type players, and people are going to be expecting him to win, and he's not going to be able to do that with this team. That's why I'm like, he can take his money, but I wouldn't stay.
I mean, we don't know if it's mediocre talent because they ain't getting no playing time. You know what I'm saying? The only time we can really judge and say, all right, these folks mediocre is if they get burn time. You know what I'm saying? I say, like I was saying, let the young bucks this season, let them come up, let them play. Like I said, I would call up Jello to ease the pain for Melo. You know what I'm saying? Ease the pain. Like, look, we gonna call your brother up. You know what I'm saying? Ease the pain a little bit and let them work something out. I mean, I think this team would be decent too if they had. What should they very might have Bridges because Bridges, I think he's a key piece too. So if he's playing, I think they're gonna be straight. But yeah, let the young bucks play, see what they got. And then come next season, if they can get rid of Gordon Hayward and get rid of Terry Rozier, try to go out there free agent and go from there. But you know what you expect? They stuck on 2 bad contracts. So all they have to depend on is developing their young talent. That's all they got. Unless they can flip their young talent and try to get, like you said, like a Shea Bridges from from the Clippers. But shit, you think they gonna want that? They might want a pick or something. They know what they have on their hands. With Shady, you know what you got. With your young talent, you don't know what you have. You banking on their potential. They gotta play them. They gotta play them.
But how do
Yeah.
they get played if you're required to play the people with the contracts, the people that's making the money?
I mean, if Gordon don't play, I mean, shit. There you go.
But you got Kelly Oubre, you make the money.
What's that?
That's
Somebody turn that PS4 off.
yeah.
I mean, like I said, if Gordon don't play, I'm just saying if he don't play, that's a spot for him to play. If Bridges don't play, that's another spot right there. Montrez, he's gone, that's another spot.
No, it
You know,
ain't. PJ and McDaniels is filling that spot. And I have no faith in neither one of them. So
well, they need to figure out what they're gonna do with them. They gonna cut ties and just send it to the G League and bring the young talent up.
the only
Yeah,
person that's left that can play that forward position is Thor. And they
yeah.
want to put Kai Jones there for some weird reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Look,
NBA is weird nowadays.
you got book night.
Like,
You know, like I said, they need to. That's what be my focus on. It's just developing the young talent because it ain't like we gonna make no blockbuster trade because nobody's seen enough burn time from these guys.
yep.
I mean, you unstoppable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Look, no, flight put the standings back up, and I heard you say Brooklyn's not going to be down there at all, so that kicks the Bulls right to the play-in right there.
no, because I don't think Toronto gonna be in the playoffs, man.
Yes, they will.
No, I
You
don't think
wow.
so.
Most
Nah,
Yeah,
definitely
they
will.
no.
yeah.
You know who I think gonna take their spot? The Hawks.
Okay, well
No, they
that still
won't.
puts the. That, go
No, they
ahead.
won't.
Go,
Huh?
No, they won't.
Who the Hawks won?
It's gonna be the same teams that made it last year. The
Nah.
positions, the seeding might be different, but it'll be the same team.
Okay. You sleep on them Hawks if you want to.
I'm not sleeping on the Hawks. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Toronto will still be there. Cleveland's gonna be there. The Nets will be in the
Come
top
on.
six. Top six.
The Hawks
Chicago's
got
gonna
Hey,
still be there.
I don't
They
think so,
still
Purple
gonna be
Baby.
there.
the
I
Hawks
don't think so
got
with
way
Chicago.
more firepower than them. I'm telling you, I think that I feel like them Raptors it had a year just like the Knicks did. And what happened? The next year, the Knicks didn't make the playoffs. I'm telling you, I got
Well,
that.
Hey,
I'm seeing that coming.
Huh?
I'm telling
I'm
you,
seeing.
the Bulls is going to win around 44 games, and that's going to be the seven seed.
I didn't say
Nah.
the Bulls wasn't making it. I said the Bulls still gonna be there. The Hawks, the Cavs,
No,
and
Purple Baby.
Toronto.
I'm talking about the play-in.
Oh, okay. The play-in. Now that's
Yeah,
different.
because play-in is 7 through 10, and I'm saying
Yeah,
Bulls is going to be at least 7.
and I think Toronto will be in the play-in.
What is that?
Oh, my bad.
Hey, unstoppable. You said it was flight.
Yeah, I know one team that won't be there though. We ain't even got to worry.
Raptors,
Who
right?
you think that's going to be?
The team that's on the screen.
They. But you know what though? I say this, man. Gordon Hayward, how long he been out? About 3-4 years, right?
You said
Like,
he been out?
Yeah, he hasn't played a season. How many
Oh,
years it's been
wow.
since how many seasons he hasn't played yet?
I don't even know. I don't keep up with that man like that. I just
Well,
know he's played some games while being in Charlotte. He ain't never compete. completed at least 60 games.
Well, I put it like this: he got no excuse. He should be back this season.
I mean, he a baller though.
I mean, he
People
is.
think-
When he's healthy, he's definitely he's a piece you want to have on your roster spot when healthy. You know, and that's why I said, you know what, I can't fault Charlotte. That Charlotte picked up a good player at the time, but it's just he never recovered from that damn injury.
A good player that had no business going to that team.
I don't know. I mean, didn't they had Kemba Walker at that time, all right?
No, they traded them for each other. Oh no, they traded him for Rozier. Excuse me.
Okay, so you got Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier is a damn good player. You know what I'm saying? You got Gordon Hayward. Who else was there? I don't remember. Perfect. Who else was on that team at that time?
McDaniels.
They got. I can tell you the roster. It's Lamelo, McDaniels, P.J. Washington, Cody Martin, Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier. James Bouknight is gonna make that roster this year. And
No, not on the
Kelly
roster.
Oubre.
No. I'm talking about when they traded for Gordon Hayward. Who was on that team?
That's who was on that team. Everybody except for Kelly
I heard you
Oubre.
say this again. Okay. I mean, that's the piece of the squad. I mean, if Gordon is healthy, we might be talking a different story. But the thing
No, we
is,
not. Because what
You don't
you're
think
failing
so?
to realize is he's going against young, more athletic wings. He can't survive. He ain't like that.
I don't know about
He
that.
ain't gonna make it.
Because at the time, Chicago, they was out the mix. They was out the mix. I think Cleveland was out the mix. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think Toronto was the Raptors out the mix at that time. I think so. Boston wasn't that good. They were still trying to figure themselves out. I mean, I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
But one thing I do know, they just need to develop their young talent. That's all they
But
got.
you
right
gotta
now.
play him.
I
Because
know.
what I'm trying to stress to people is LaMelo Ball is in year 3. How many minutes has he logged with Bouknight, Thor, Jones, and I'm forgetting somebody, McDaniels? He didn't log a decent amount with PJ. I ain't gonna do PJ like that. But like you gotta play them together. That way you can find out who you want to keep, who you don't want to keep, who you need to put in a trade, all of that.
Right. I agree. You know. But let's see. Let's see if they are.
Because he
What
can
they
still
do.
be young. He can still be young, but let's put it like this. Leangelo's going to be 24 this year. LaMelo just turned 21. By the time his contract is up, he'll be 20. No, he'll still be 22, turning 23. That's my issue. He's going to be turning 23 when his new contract starts, and you want him to run out on the floor with these young guys, some of which he's never played with, and expecting him to win, because people are going to be expecting him to win.
I mean, if they know the roster is trash, I doubt they'll know his situation. If the roster is trash, I think they'll get on the ownership more than anything. I mean, with a GM, I think they'll get on the GM like, what y'all doing more than anything. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask y'all, how long is a rookie contract?
4 years, I believe.
Yeah, 4 years.
Well, don't they get a 5th-year option like the NFL?
Yeah.
So I'm saying he's not gonna turn that down.
Yeah, but he'll be 22 when because his birthday is in August. I don't know when Bouknight's birthday is, but I think him and Bouknight was born in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. So Bouknight will be like that too. They'll both be 23.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't. I said that time once you hit your 20s, your 21st birthday, that time start flying by. Cause like I believe Jason Tatum is like what 25 or something like that, 24, 25, somewhere in there.
I think 24.
Yep. I said that start flying by. You have to know what you're doing at that point.
I
You
believe he
talking
gonna
about
wait till
being 26, 27 when his second contract ends with Charlotte, and you still this team. It's a possibility that this team still might not be put together
Well, he'll
and
leave
ready
then.
to compete in the playoffs. Because Boston will still be there. Boston is young. Toronto is young. Detroit is young. Indiana is young. Like so.
Pelicans
Only team
too.
that'll be older at that point is like Milwaukee, Miami, of course, because Jimmy Butler in his 30s. Who else?
Ain't
The
Giannis
Sixers,
25 years old?
huh?
I thought Giannis was 25.
Yeah, he's 25 right now, right? He'll be in his what? Early 30s, like what? 31 or something like that. Well, I guess
Something
they'll
like
still
that,
be there.
yeah.
I take that back. He'll still be there. Only team that won't be there is the Nets, because KD is older. Well, I forgot about Simmons, but KD.
But Simmons will be by himself because Kyrie in his 30s too. I think.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, the long term game. Like with this Trae
I
Young.
just said that earlier,
Trae
yep.
Young will still be Trae Young will be there still. Now the question is, will DeJounte Murray still be with him? Who knows? But I know Trae Young will still be there. Now James Harden and them will be old and great. So you know, and depending on how good Cole Anthony is, and I think it's Suggs that's out there in Orlando, they'll still be there. You got Jalen Green out in Houston, like all these
Like he's
guys.
gonna be a monster.
Yeah, all these teams, you're gonna have Giddey still, like all these guys got the potential to have better. If we're working off of potential alone, the potential is just simply better because they're getting a chance to play with each other.
And next year's draft, the next like 2 or 3 drafts is gonna have superstars in it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he can stay and sign his rookie extension, but in the long run, how long does he stay after that? Like,
I
how do
think
you
he
stay
might
a
add
year?
more
Do you
three.
stay
Yeah.
2?
Like I said, I think he just go probably play one more year, own it, and say, man, I gotta go.
Yep.
Depending on the direction, if the team is showing a direction, he'll stay. If the team not showing a direction, I'm pretty sure he's gonna request a trade. So, like you said, we just gotta see when the season start if they're gonna start developing this young talent and let them build chemistry with each other. You know?
Yep. Because as long as they do that, then I'm not gonna trip. But I have no faith that they're going to do that because you got to follow the money.
We'll see.
It's got to be some type of way that Charlotte can put pieces around Lamelo because I can't see Jordan messing up all those picks and he finally get a superstar and he let him walk out the building.
But they can't right now, like I said, but they can't. They just some 2 bad contracts. And if, I'll be honest with you, bro, if I own that shit, bro, I'm not about to cut them dudes, bro. Nah, man. Y'all, yeah, especially Gordan, especially Hayward, nah, bro. I ain't letting you off that hook that easy, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be stuck into this contract over with. That's probably what he want him to do. He probably want him to cut him so he can go to a championship caliber team. But I don't. Like I said, I don't see that happening, man. I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah, I would love to see Lamelo and Rozier like coexist on the court. I believe they could, and I believe they could be good.
It's probably gonna take a coach, a good coach, to sit down and talk to Rozier and like, look, man, you got to play your role, bro. You play your role, it's better for the team. You can still shine and, you know what I'm saying, don't be the leader of the team, don't be the point guard. I mean, the boy can play. He can flat out play. Scary Terry can play.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we got a chance to build something good here, man.
I tell you this, I would love to see him on the Bulls.
Yeah, shit, man. I wanted to get that man shoe when he was into the draft. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah,
I love it.
unstoppable. What do you think about this statement I'm about to make? I believe from the year 2028 to the year 2038, the champions is either going to be the Dallas Mavericks, and don't laugh when I say this, but the Pelicans,
Oh no, I don't think
or
that's fun.
it's going to be like Boston or Chicago. I believe, and that. I believe one of those four teams is going to win it every year between 2028, 2038.
I don't know about every year, but I can see that.
I would say a majority of the years, at least 8 of them. Because I mean, what's that? 5-6 years from now, how many
Yeah,
people would be retired out the league?
yeah, it'll be quite a few. But these young teams, they gonna be up next. Like I said, I like the Pelicans. I think they have a strong shot at eventually winning the championship. That's why I ain't laughing at you with that. They got a squad, bro. They got a they got a squad, and they gonna be competing for a long time. Now all they got to do is just keep them pieces together. You know,
Yes, sir.
keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building. That'd be good.
And that's exactly what I think about the Bulls too.
Yeah,
Everybody want to trade Kobe
yeah,
White, but I believe he could be like Jamal Crawford or Lou Williams if they leave him alone. Just let him get used to the league.
right. You know what he doing too? He brushing up his handles right now. That's all he's doing is off season. Well, one of the things he's doing is off season is working on his handles. You know,
Oh
working
yeah,
on.
him and Zach should have been doing that.
But I already tell. I think Zach LaVine gonna have a monster year, man. I think he gonna definitely get if DeMar just fall back and let Zach do him. I think Zach will be in that MVP race too, man. Like some folks don't see it in him, but I see it in him, man. I see it in him for a long time, especially too. When he just recently came out and said that he been reading that Mamba book, what it takes to be a Mamba. So he might conjure his inner Mamba, man. So we
He
gotta wait and see.
unstoppable. I think he wanted bad. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love the Bulls, man. Like they're a part of my soul, bro. And
Right.
I think Zach LaVine wanted bad. I think he don't have that. Like, think about what you're saying. He read a book called The Mamba Mentality and How to Get It. Like, bro, Jordan wasn't doing no shit like that. He was going out there busting niggas' ass on the court. Like,
Right.
I think Zach wanted so bad, more than any of us really know. And then he probably stressed on it and dwelled on it all day and night. He probably can't even fucking sleep because he wanted that bad. But I don't think he got you know what I'm saying? You might have a magazine that fit an AK, but shit, you only got a 9. It's not gonna fit no matter how much you want it. Like,
Hey, hey, Isaac, this for you, bro. Yeah, I said that reading a book, but it ain't like, I mean, God rest the man's soul. It ain't like you can call him up and talk to him, man. You do know Kobe said he would call Michael Jordan and get advice to him like that. You know how to do this, what to do that, what to take to do this. So you gonna fault a man for reading a damn book to somebody that he looked up to,
no, 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 no.
and
I ain't. Oh
no,
no.
no, 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 not you, not you, not you. I'm talking a man in the chat.
Oh,
And
okay.
you might not know this man, but and this you fam. Kobe Bryant sees something in Zach LaVine. He even spoke about him. He spoke about two players that he said they work hard enough, they gonna be some problems. And he sees something in them. Them two
Oh yeah, I
players was
remember that.
Andrew Wiggins and Zach LaVine.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, but this not. You talking like this is Zach LaVine's 3rd year, 4th year. This
Yeah, I
is
know
like
that,
8
bro.
or 9, bro.
It's 7. I think it's one of his 8th year. Eighth,
When he
eighth.
drafted in 14,
Uh, might have been, man. 14, 15. Might have been. But you know what? He had some obstacles that stopped him, man. That ACL tear put him a year back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what superstar? Can I ask you this then? What superstar? What superstar did it take 7 years before he became a superstar?
See, I think that superstar word is thrown around too loosely, Tom. I don't think everybody is superstar.
No. Yeah, everybody. I agree with you. Everybody not. That's why I asked you, like, which superstar? The people who you figure are superstars. Which one of them took 7 years
Say
to
which one
become
took
that?
a while to come out. None at the top of my head I can think of right now.
Think about that. Think about that, bro. Out of the Bulls been playing since '66. Like
Well,
the
you know what?
NBA been
I would
around
say
for.
maybe Jimmy, if you count him as a quote unquote superstar, because some count him as one now. Maybe Jimmy Butler. That's one of them.
But it didn't take him 7 years, bro.
I don't know about that, man. When was he
You
drafted with the
telling me
Bulls?
Jimmy ain't get cold? You telling me
What,
Jimmy ain't get cold to 2019?
what I'm saying is they counted this man as a superstar now. Before then, they weren't count. For the fact they said you might have to give him respect as a superstar when he took that Miami Heat team to the finals in the bubble. That's when Jimmy Butler started getting his respect. He wasn't
You
getting no
know,
respect before then.
so you telling me when we traded Jimmy Butler for a top 10 lottery pick and 2, 3 players, there wasn't respect? That's getting a superstar deal.
Well, shit, the league didn't see it as that way. They see they boys got fruits. But I'm saying Jimmy really didn't get his respect, and they didn't see him as a superstar until he went to that Miami Heat team and took it all away.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to agree with you. But you seen Jimmy Butler? Wasn't Jimmy Butler like balling his ass off in 2015? Alpha, that was the 3 alphas year with Rondo and Wade. Wasn't he a baller then?
He was balling, but you might want to say he was an all-star then. But like I said again, that damn superstar word gets thrown around too loosely. To
Yeah,
me,
no.
I feel like
I,
you got to hit a certain amount of acclimates before you get called a super. One of the things I say, man, what's up? I just, I thought you were calling me. Hello? Yeah, I just think that shit's just thrown around too loosely, man. You gotta make a couple of achievements before you get hit with that superstar thing, bro. And if I'm gonna go by that, I'm gonna just say rightfully so, he wasn't a superstar yet. Just to me, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, and if we get off Jimmy, can you think of somebody else?
Not at the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure if you give me a while, I might be able to come up with one. I maybe, but just Jimmy right now is all I can think of right now. See if somebody got somebody. See if somebody wrote in the chat. See what they say. Shit, they might have somebody.
You definitely right. Let me see.
So salute to all y'all in the chat.
See, look, Basil said Jimmy not a superstar. See, Jimmy don't get no respect, bro. You know, but he say he ain't a superstar.
Yeah, nobody in the chat can think of one. It's that hard, bro. Like it's not a lot of. Hey, what about you, Flight? You ever seen somebody take 7, 8 years to become a superstar?
Hey, Isaac, bro, I'm just saying that to say, man, that man wanted bad. He done read that book like 2 or 3 times already, bro. It's just showing where his mind at, bro. He wanted bad. He a workaholic, bro. You know, that's all I'm saying, fam. Like I said, it ain't like he can call him up and talk to him like Kobe talked to Mike, bro. The man gone.
I
It ain't
mean,
like he can work out with him no more. You know what I'm saying? Kobe wanted to work out, and I believe have worked out with Andrew Wiggins and worked out with Zach LaVine because he said he sees something in him. You heard him, man. He said he remember that. Look it up. You don't believe me? But go ahead, fam.
yeah, no, I really don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I didn't I didn't want to sign Zach back to no $215 million. So
Why
you
is that?
talking to somebody that's kind of biased already.
Why you didn't want to sign him?
That's too much money to get somebody who you got to debate is a superstar or not. Like if you give that to LeBron, that's LeBron. You give that shit to I'm not giving 215 to Spider Mitchell. I'm not giving 215 to Brandon Ingram. I'm not giving 215 to none of these dudes who ain't proven. Like
But you know, well, you said it though. You said keyword improving though. Have Zach improved every season?
no, he improves every season. But
Okay.
I said proven.
Oh, I thought you said improving. But you
Yeah,
know
no,
what season?
Zach improves every season. But if you improve by 1 point, 1 rebound, a half a assist, you improving, your shot percentages is better. But are you really improving to impact the game? I don't think Zach is an impactful player on the team, bro. I don't know.
But you
Maybe
know
I don't
what
know.
though?
Maybe it's coaching.
When that CDL go up, that contract gonna look like a steal, man. And folks gotta understand, man. It's just we in a time and an age where sometimes, well, ain't no sometimes these players get overpaid. Look at Mike Conley. Was Mike Conley worth the contract he got?
Hell no.
Okay, right. So we just at that time now that you're gonna have to overpay for some of these players. You might not, and just hope he improve and get it even better. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this: would you say uh, the contract before Zach got? Would you say that was a steal?
Say that again?
The contract Zach got before when he signed with Chicago, I think he got 79 million. I think it was 79, 80 million. It was one of them. Would you say that was a steal? That was a good contract?
That's probably what he should play on every time.
Oh hell no, bro! You tweaking with that one. Yeah, you biased, all right, bro. Zach must have lost you some money one game or something, bro.
Nah. Hey, no, real talk though. I think Zach should play. He should play between 25. Between 25 and probably 28 a year. Zach is not a 30 per year player.
Not, hold on, Isaac. I agree, bro. I mean, like I said, that injury that took a year off of him. You know what I'm saying? So I think Zach for the situation he been in, bro. I think he did pretty damn good. So I think this year we're gonna see, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I think in the beginning of the season, he started to show you that I can be that guy. Because remember, he was in MVP talks, fam. He was right there with DeMar.
You talking about
And
Zach, right?
yeah. I was talking about Zach. I was talking to Isaac, referring to his question. And this man was doing this with an injured shooting hand. So I put it like this, bro. You got your money. You got paid what they felt like you should get. Now it's time for you. Okay, let's see what you got. Let's pick up where you left off at. You know, he said he wanted to be the guy before he got traded for Toronto. I mean, from the Timberwolves. He said he wanted to be the man. He wanted his own team. He wanted to show that he can be that guy. Okay, this your chance now. You know, it's your chance. Let's see it. You got to show us. You
Yeah,
can't be all talk.
I can't see paying. I think he get paid 44 million this year.
I don't know, but like I said, bro, when the tax go up, fam, that contract not even gonna look all that bad, bro. You know, and like I said, we at a time in the NBA, man. Some of these players, bro, they gonna be getting paid who we feel like we should. I mean, you remember what Mike Conley got paid, bro? Like, come on, fam. You talking about old Mike Conley? He wasn't even a shell of himself to me,
Hey, you
and he
know
got
what?
paid that good money.
People still
Yo,
comparing Zach LaVine to Bradley Beal though. You getting comparisons like that to a player who ain't won nothing either. Like God,
Confusion.
what's up? They don't even talk about him at Devin Booker no more.
Who? They don't talk about who no more? Bradley Beal.
They don't talk about comparing. A few years ago they was comparing Devin Booker and Zach LaVine head to head. Like, well, who would you rather have? Which one is a better player? And
Let me
like, they
ask
don't
you
even
this.
do that no more. They done moved on to Zach over Bradley Beal.
Let me ask you this. Who you think better, Zach LaVine or Devin Booker?
Bro, I want to say Zach LaVine, but Zach ain't showing me shit, bro.
I mean, they numbers is damn near neck and neck. I think I want to say Zach LaVine better, but it ain't by much. I would say maybe a point. If you want to give you a number, like 1% better, I would say. The thing is,
But
you know what? You know what? Some people may say I'm wrong about this, but the only reason why you may disagree is because look at the thing is, Devin Booker got himself a pure point guard. You seen what he looked like with a pure point guard that can control the offense, slow everything down, and show his game like it should be shown. You really ain't seen that with Zach LaVine yet. All even though they got ball, but he ain't been healthy for the full season for you to totally see it or whatnot. They still got to figure a couple of little small things out, a little small stuff.
but see, look, this is what I'm saying. I've been watching basketball since I was born, bro. Like, for real. I know you probably have too. Most of us on this network probably done lived and died basketball. I've never seen a superstar or even a star. I ain't never seen, Robin to somebody's Batman do what I seen Zach LaVine do last year. Last year when they played Toronto, I think we had a 16-point lead, and 3 minutes left. They start putting pressure on us. I know you remember what I'm talking about because they kept stealing the inbound and they kept, dwindling the points down.
Yeah. Hey,
Zach LaVine had the ball in his hand with a 2-point lead, I think. He had the ball in his hand and didn't look confident at all. He looked shook and hurry up and passed it over to DeMar DeRozan. And everybody cleared out. He passed it to him. Nobody wanted no smoke at that moment. They didn't want a part of that time. Everybody cleared out. Oh, my bad. I'm sick over here.
well, you get you some water, man. Get you some of that high quality H2O.
That's exactly what I'm about to go get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
mean, go ahead.
yeah, superstars don't do that.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think he's a superstar yet. Let me clear it up for everybody. You think I'm saying I don't think Zach LaVine is a superstar. Uh, I think he has. Brother said in the chat too. I think maybe it's Lamont. I believe Zach LaVine has the talent to be a superstar, but he hasn't. He hasn't hit that yet. Just like Booker, I don't think Booker's a superstar either. I don't think he is. I think he has the talent to be, but he ain't hit it yet.
I agree. I actually think. If the Bulls ever win anything or go deep into the playoffs, it's got to be because of Zach LaVine.
I agree. I agree that too. That's why I say too. I feel like DeMar needs to take that step back and be like, okay, Zach, I took over last season, and it was because just to show the fact that it was needed. You wasn't a shell of yourself. You wasn't 100%. You know what I'm saying? Due to an injury. So okay, now you good to go. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna feed off you, and this team will go far. I feel like it. We'll see. But it's gonna be up to the coach to put him in good situations and to do that. That's why I say we're gonna see what Billy Donovan is made of. I don't think he's that good of a coach if you ask me, but we'll see. We shall see.
Yo, Ted, you there?
Yeah,
I
I'm
think he
on
probably went to go to some water.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey,
Hold on.
did you hear
Yeah,
me?
what up, Ted? What's up with you, family?
What's good, family?
What's
How
the
you?
deal?
You coming here to talk about your Knicks, bro?
Nah, I'm just listening at the moment, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. What about
Yeah, I don't
Flight?
know.
Yo,
I don't know
Flight,
how I
you
got
here?
kicked out.
Hey, Ted.
Yeah. I'm here with you, but let me know if you got a question for us.
Yeah. I got a question for you, man. Damn, what's your name again, bro? I don't want to put your government name out there. What's your name?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You said it twice, man. You called me
No,
Ted.
not you. Not you.
Oh,
Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't want to put your government name out there, Sam, if that was.
Hey, no,
My
you can
bad.
call me AP. Just call me AP.
Okay. AP. Me and AP was talking. We was talking about Zach LaVine and Devin Booker. Who you think the best between those two? Because you know they
Zach.
was comparing them two in the beginning.
Zach LaVine, hands down.
Okay, why is that?
He could do more. He could affect your team a little bit more.
See, you know, AP hating, bro. Hey, Flight. What about you, Flight?
What's good? What about it?
Who you think better, Zach LaVine or Devin Booker?
I'm gonna say Devin Booker.
Book,
Okay,
But I mean,
Flight know what it is.
they was neck and neck. They was neck and neck before the Chris Paul move. You know, what if Zach had Chris Paul? You know, because Devin Booker wasn't doing shit before Chris Paul. So we got
that's
a Chris Paul. He helped them get to the playoffs. Like Chris Paul could get out that first round, that second round, like and he gonna be a playoff powerhouse. You know, even though he don't win the big game, but. So that's what he did for Phoenix. What he did for Phoenix is exactly what he did for Oklahoma City. It's just Phoenix has got a better team than Oklahoma City. So they still knocking on the door, but Booker has to win the championship. Chris Paul getting them to the promised line. But Booker got to take it over. Chris Paul can't do all of that. That's the thing. Chris Paul needs nothing to help him. And that's what I give Chris Paul. He never had one of his wing players come through for him, but he come through for all of his players.
Hey,
He need
Flight,
Devin
but
Booker to come through and get his ass to a ring, but I don't think Booker's that guy.
Flight, don't compare. Don't even bring Chris Paul into it. Just like one-on-one
Oh,
situations.
my bad. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm gonna say I said Devin Booker is better,
I don't
And I
know, bro.
agree with
I
you.
don't know about that.
but I'm only gonna give it because of the Chris Paul dynamic. That's why.
I'm
Because
But you
gonna
don't
before
say
think,
this.
okay, so,
before
so you
Chris
don't think,
Paul, it might have been an argument. It might have been an argument before Chris Paul.
I think,
I can. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say real quick, I think that he got, Devin Booker got better handles than Zach LaVine. Of course, Zach is more athletic and explosive, but I think Devin Booker is more consistent, better free throw shooter, even though Zach is, I think, a better point shooter. I mean, like you said, they was head to head, but it's certain stuff that, I mean, your big time players got to be able to at least do a crossover. Zach LaVine is working on his handles in year 8, year 9. Why are you working on your handles, man? Because he's not an all around player like Buddy just said. He could do way more stuff. Like what's the stuff?
No, he said Zach LaVine would do way more stuff than Devin Booker.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. What's the way
Okay.
more stuff?
Well, James Harden is still working on his handle. That's your job, man. You're supposed to be working on your.
Y'all know James got a wicked handle already. Just because somebody working, I mean, you see him doing it, don't mean they working on it. I mean, they perfecting their craft. But like I'm saying, Zach LaVine is trying to learn how to dribble.
Nah, bro. I don't believe that. But
I mean, it's in the articles. Zach LaVine is working out with the dude who teach everybody how to dribble. But like Kyrie Irving, you might see him doing the same dribble routine, but he's not having nobody teach him. That's
Let me
because
ask
he
you this:
perfected his.
Do you
Zach is
think
trying to learn his.
Do you think it's too late for him to learn how to work on his dribble?
Come on, bro. Y'all done played basketball all your life.
Saying, do you think
Y'all
it's
know
too
how to
late?
dribble.
Do you think it's too late for him to work on his crossovers? That's all I'm
No,
saying.
you
Not
should
dribble.
always want to get better. I ain't faulting him for doing it. I'm just saying where he at. And you ain't seeing nobody say that about Devin Booker.
Okay, and I want to say this before I forget, because Flight was like, he was judging Devin Booker on the Chris Paul thing because they made the playoffs. Well, if you saying without, well, we're gonna go without too. Shit, Zach LaVine almost made the playoffs, but you know what messed them up? That whole COVID situation. They would have been there. So
Facts.
that's all I want to say right there. But you bogus, you gonna laugh at Buddy for saying Zach LaVine. You
I
wrong for that, man.
know he say way more. Like what? like what's way more? Like wow.
I
Oh,
say
You know
like
people.
that.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, you gotta go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. You know, people get on here and they say definites. You know, like he definitely got more moves than him, or he's definitely a better shooter than him. Like it'll be like by a half a point, but they come on and be like they definitely a better team.
well,
That what you was about to say, Ted?
Zach LaVine affects your team more than Devin Booker, man. Um, if you take Chris Paul and you put him on Chicago right now, like at the end of the day, you're gonna see a different story. Um, at the end of the day, you gotta have a player that you could trust, and trust counts. Zach LaVine is taller than Devin Booker. He can shoot better than Devin Booker. He can rebound better than Devin Booker. At the end of the day, I don't know if you want to talk about dribble moves. That's fine, but Devin is a shooting guard, so it
Zach
is what it
LaVine's a
is.
shooting guard.
I'm sorry.
Zach LaVine's a shooting guard.
Zach LaVine is a small forward, moved over to shooting guard, bro.
Zach, Zach,
Um,
Zach is a point guard, shooting guard.
that all right. I'll take your word for it if you say so. But
I mean, that's what he listed as. Well, he used to be. I look today, he say shooting guard, small forward, but
that's
that's not the case.
that's what Zach LaVine always been, bro. Your
He's
position.
6'5".
All right, man. All right, I roll with it if you say so. But also what I was gonna say is that at the end of the day, DeMar DeRozan is taken away from Zach LaVine's game, no matter how you look at it. So at the end of the day, Zach LaVine may look a little bit different now, but if it was just him and Lonzo, it'll be a different story. So he's playing with a vet. At the end of the day, he's gonna take a step back for the veteran a little bit. So you can't really knock him at the moment. I mean, if he won, he could sit there and say, "I'm going to take over the game." But sometimes when you're playing with a player that's older than you, that's a vet, that has a little bit more experience than you, sometimes that's what you tend to do, take a step back. I wish he wouldn't, but it is what it is.
You know, I played basketball in leagues and shit like that. And I remember my first time playing, I was wide open. They kicked me the ball for a three in the corner. I shot the motherfucker over the scoreboard. Like my nerves were like shocked. And I believe that's the same shit. Like after that, I started clowning motherfuckers, giving them 40 pieces and shit. But I believe Zach LaVine, when there's no pressure, he's a basketball player. He's a hell of an NBA player. But when it comes down to pressure, you can't say you want to be the $215 million man on the team and pass that ball as fast as he did in that Raptors game. Like he got that motherfucker and they took 2 steps toward him to trap him, and he passed that motherfucker quick. Like I don't want nothing to do with that. He ain't trying to run to the ball after he passed it or nothing. He ran to the corner and got out DeMar way. Everybody spread out, and it was like everybody watching the game now instead of being a part of the game. No cutting, no nothing. They letting him do his thing, and that's how when Zach got that ball, he should have waved everybody the fuck off and said, "This is my team, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about to do." Because how many people could stop Zach LaVine from driving to the rim?
But you making my point though. See, sometimes when you're on the court, you can sit in the stands or you can sit at home and watch it on TV and feel however you want to feel. You're seeing the game from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? But when you're on the court, you understand, sometimes you make this you're the one making the decisions. So sometimes, I mean, I agree with you, maybe that's a bad decision, but like I said, when you're playing with a player that's been in the game longer than you and had more experience than you, sometimes that's what you do. You understand? It's not even. I mean, you could call it nerves if you want, but I don't think it's nerve because I think if DeMar wasn't there, I promise you, he wouldn't have passed that ball.
No. See, that's the thing. I bring up that one game. I don't know if y'all guys remember that game, but we had almost a 16-point lead with like 2 minutes left. They kept stealing the inbound, and every time they stole the inbound and scored and kept making that lead go down, getting closer and closer, you see the nerves pick up in everybody. Io DeSumo was out there shaking, and then Zach shaking right along with him. He's supposed to be the calming force. He's supposed to got that ball and said, man, get the hell out of my way. I'm about to do my thing. And make everybody calm down just the same way as when DeRozan got the ball, everybody calm down. All right, he about to do something. Like people trying to say he stepped back for the vet, but it wasn't. I don't think it was that. I think it was the pressure situations he wasn't ready for, and he just say, you know what, I play good here all game, but if it's a close game, it's on DeMar.
Well, I'm gonna ask you again.
And I agree with you, so don't think I disagree with you.
Nah, I hear what you're saying, but answer this question. If DeMar wasn't there to pass that ball to, what do you think Zach LaVine would have did?
I don't even think we lose that lead though. I think we beat them by almost 20. I don't think we lose that lead because that's Zach LaVine's comfort zone. He would have been in the zone all game. Hell, he might have been hot going for 50. You know what I'm saying? Once you're in that rhythm, you've been out there 40 minutes.
Hey, P, I want to say it. I want to say I think Zach did that because, like I said, DeMar, he the vet, and before I think the injuries too kind of played a key. And you said you think Zach LaVine might have been nervous. He's saying when a game is at a farm, he gonna eat, and when it's close, it's gonna be DeMar. Well, I had to go what Ted said if DeMar wasn't there, what you think would happen? Now, brother, I know you remember this game. You got to concede on this one right here. Remember when we played Charlotte and we came all the way back and they stole that Caruso? What was it, Caruso?
Archie Diacono.
Archie Diacono. Oh, for real? I'm about to go over there. Archie Diacono stole the ball. What happened? What Zach do? Zach got that mofo, went to the 3-point line, a little bit of fadeaway 3-pointer, cash money. He didn't even hesitate to do that, fam.
No, he didn't. And he bid for it. He called for it. That's my whole point, though. That's my whole point, man. I don't know if y'all see what I'm saying. When Archie Diacono stole that ball, Zach LaVine was damn near right next to him under the hole. Zach ran hard as hell. He ran hard as hell and said, "Give me the ball." He didn't bullshit. He was the leader of the team that night. He said, "Give me the ball." They gave it to him, and he won the game. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I think he kind of submitted to. I wouldn't say submitted. I'm gonna just say fell back and let DeMar do his thing because he knew he wasn't 100%. I mean,
I'll give it to you with the injury, maybe so.
Nah, I don't believe it's the 100% thing. To be honest with you, like it or not, man, DeMar being on that team hurts Zach LaVine's ability to be that star that you want him to be.
I think you're 100% right.
But sometimes when you're trying to get to the promised land, you have to sacrifice, man. And actually, that's the position Zach LaVine is in right now. He has to sacrifice part of his game, which I wish he wouldn't, because DeMar should be the one sacrificing because he should be building up the younger ones. You understand? And Zach LaVine is a younger one, and he should be using his veteranship to be able to build Zach LaVine, but that's not what's happening. It's the other way around. So Zach LaVine is who he is, and Zach LaVine ain't going nowhere. At the end of the day, it's just you gotta. I mean, if you want to call him a bigger star, you can call him that. I guess I don't really consider DeMar being a bigger star than Zach LaVine. I think they're on the same. I see them on the same plateau because DeMar hasn't earned nothing in the league neither. You understand? So, but at the same time, man, when two stars are playing together, you got to sacrifice, man. Somebody got to give up something.
I mean, but it's only them two. It's not another star on the team. Like, we got good players, but if you don't remember, like Zach has no problem getting it how. That's why he not. That's why he not Kobe Bryant. That's why he not Michael Jordan. Because they gonna go get theirs regardless. Zach LaVine is like a mouse who eating the cornbread that fell off your plate to the floor. Like if he get a lot that night, then he gonna be stuffed. He might not get a lot and just you know have a little bit. But my whole point is, when he first got drafted, didn't he average? I don't know if it was his first year or second year, but didn't him, Wiggins, and Towns average 21 points or better?
And that Zach LaVine is still there, man. But they cover the same parts of the floor. Now, you see, if DeMar was a center and Zach was that small forward that he is, then you can see something different. But they both on opposite sides of the floor, bro. They both wing players. So somebody has to give up something. Like they both play the same.
Him and Wig did the same thing, bro.
Ooh.
Him and Wiggins did the same thing when they was in Minnesota. Like played the same way and played in the same areas.
And they didn't go nowhere.
Plus, Karl Anthony Towns bumping their ass because he out there trying to play on the perimeter too. Like,
well, I think the way you talking is like I see you seem to agree. So I can't debate you if you agree because I mean you're making sense. I can't go against you if you're making sense.
We've been agreeing the whole time, but my whole point is Zach LaVine, he can get buckets. But the only thing I don't like is that some call it defer. I don't think it's just him defer. I think he not ready for the moment yet.
You see,
that's
where you throwing me off. Nah, that's where you throwing me off a little bit because I asked you the question: if he wasn't there, if DeMar wasn't there, what would he do? And you answered it correctly, but yet you still come back and say that he's not ready, which is just kind of, it just throws me off.
What I'm saying is this: if a pitcher in the MLB come in and like just go start the pitching to the batter, like he might get rocked because he's not warm. Pitchers come in, they throw 10, 15 pitches to get their arm warm, so now they can pitch. I'm saying Zach LaVine is a pitcher. If that moment happens with DeMar DeRozan there, like he not warm. He haven't been really busting ass how he wants to all game. So the moment is like, oh, I'm not ready for it right now. But if you take DeMar, put him on another team, Zach LaVine is going to be your number one option, and he's going to bust ass, and he's going to catch his rhythm. So when it comes to that time, he already hot, he already in rhythm, he already ready for it. You know what I'm saying now?
Nah, I get you, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is Zach LaVine is who you think he is. At the end of the day, he just got a bigger play in front. So I don't want to call him bigger, but most people would say that. But he just happens to have a bigger play in front of him. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that the Zach LaVine that you trying to see or you feel like you're not seeing is there. He's just taking
I don't know. I believe it. I believe it. That's why I said. That's why I don't think DeRozan is bigger than him. Then he got to show everybody that this is his team. If he does that, then you worry about. Like if I ask you whose team is Boston?
Man, everybody know the answer to that, bro. It's Marcus Smart.
While y'all bullshitting, it's Marcus Smart. Smart team. Hey, no. But
it's Jason Tatum's team, but at the same time, I mean that's another good example too, because the dude that he played with that alongside him, if you take him off and put him on another team, I mean he's a number one player, bro. But that's the point that I'm trying to make. Sometimes when you're playing with somebody as good as you have to take a step back. It's kind of really hard to make everything move like a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult, man, especially in real time. You see, Michael Jordan was different.
Right.
That's why Michael Jordan had such an attitude. You see, now, if you're a complete alpha like that, like a person that's going to look at like, if you're the type of person that can look at the dude that's as good as you and tell him to sit down, well, then you're an official alpha. You understand what I'm trying to say? And Zach LaVine is
Exactly.
not. Zach LaVine don't seem like he got that type of alpha to tell DeMar that. Because now y'all gonna bump heads. You know what I'm saying? Unless DeMar's gonna sit there and say, "All right, I give it to you," and I don't think DeMar's gonna do that.
I don't think he is either. Well, you see what me and you both are saying, DeMar got to sit down like Dwayne Wade did with LeBron and say, "Man, it's your team." Like, but he's not gonna do that
I
because
agree.
he being compared to Will Chamberlain. Why would he take a step back? And he breaking Will Chamberlain records, you know?
Well, I agree with you 110%. That's what DeMar should do. Because Zach LaVine is the future, regardless how you look at it. But technically, DeMar is in the prime of his career right now too, so I could kind of understand DeMar not really trying to, relinquish anything either. But it's a give and take situation, man. But that's when your coach comes in. That's when a person by the name of Billy Donovan. That's how you earn your money, man, for things like that.
And you know what the craziest thing about it is, bro? I don't think they should play them together a lot. Of course, they had to start a lineup together, but I think they should. I think Billy should play them separately most of the game.
Good luck.
I really do think that.
Good luck with that, man. That's why I mean the Bulls. Look, man, the Bulls roster is freaking awesome. I love the roster, but when it comes to those two, it's a difficult situation because you are taking years off of Zach LaVine's game. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. The sacrifice is that they're supposed to win a chip. You got to go win a fucking chip. Excuse my language. You understand? If you put that roster together, put those two together, and you can't at least get to the finals, then eventually somebody's gonna have to go.
Hey, you know something? You hitting it on the head. But I
DeMar,
don't think.
bro. That's the easy question answer right there, DeMar.
But and if you trade him, again, you can't really do that though. But if you traded him, you'll probably get some good back.
Bro, you gonna get something definitely good, man. I mean, his trade value is at all time high right now.
Facts.
You know? They gonna look and
But
see what he did and be like, yeah, we can use that. We definitely use that.
you know what though? You could tell by how we got our ass whooped in the playoffs, how we kept like bowing down to the Bucks a little bit. That what I was saying about people being nervous and they time, it's not their time right now. But we just seen that plenty of times in the past, and then them teams overcome that shit. But yeah, I think the Bulls is gonna be straight, man. It's just you can't have two cooks in the kitchen, two fucking sous chefs. You can't have them in the kitchen together. You can't have, you know what I'm saying, two leaders of that team like that.
I
It got to
mean,
be
you can.
somebody that.
Now you can have
You
two
can,
chefs in the
bro.
kitchen. They just can't be cooking the same meal.
Or what? Now, when you got two cooks in the kitchen, man, you already know who's the head chef and who's the helper. I forget what you call the. You got a head chef and you got some
A
others. I
sous
forget the
chef.
name of. It. Yeah. So, Mofo, I'm the head chef and you sous chef and whatnot. So, come on, let me do my thing. Don't be trying to walk on my toes because I guess you're gonna do. I ain't saying you're doing it because you wanna be big. No, fall back, bro. We all gonna shine. But I agree with Ted said they not doing nothing but hurting Zach game by doing this. But with that being said, maybe like I said, maybe you got that because shit, Zach Levine took a fall back because he was hurt. They ain't had no choice but to.
I'm
I wouldn't want him to
At
try to
no,
go, huh?
I was gonna say at no point of the season did I think Zach Levine actually looked as hurt. I thought a couple times he might have been faking it because of the way it looked, but I don't think Zach Levine was hurt to the point where he couldn't, execute the way he's supposed to.
now if you're on the
Shit, I,
floor,
I oh go ahead,
that,
Ted. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say if you're on the floor, man, you healthy, man. That
Yes, yes.
I don't want to hear that, man. As long as you're on the floor and you're able to play, then you're just on the floor. It doesn't really matter what hurts or what ails you. If not, sit down. You understand? But I will say this one thing: if you got man, unstoppable. Um, you guys got to also give credit to chemistry. Also, I don't really think it's nervousness. I just think they got to learn. They still have to learn how to play together. And getting to the playoffs is different from the regular season, so they still have to learn how to play together in the playoffs. That's why you sometimes you got to give a team 2 seasons to come together. I mean, look at the Bucks, man. The Bucks took a minute before they got to the promised land, and they kind of stuck with the same team, just kind of moved around players here and there. But technically, it's chemistry. Chemistry is what won them that championship. They all knew how to play with each other. It counts, man.
And you know what? Like you said, like you said, chemistry on defense. When you are part of that string, it's the chemistry that you got. And when we started the season off, everybody healthy. Our defense was on the string, and we were stealing balls, getting fast break opportunities, lobbing it 2 or 3 times while we dunking on people. Like it looked like we was about to be the fucking Harlem Globetrotters. But that's because our defense was, good. And what they say, defense win championships, right? That 2011 team that we had with Derrick Rose and everybody, Tom Thibodeau was a defensive coach. We would get out, and that offense looked real good. Why? Because we started on our defense, and then now motherfuckers cutting, we weaving, all kind of shit, and hitting open players like Dunleavy in the corner or Joakim getting the lob and done. Like it all starts on the defense, and I think we could do it. But our best 2 players ain't defensive players.
Well, I'm glad you ended it that way because I was about to tell you whatever you describing right there has nothing to do with Zach and Lamar. I mean, Lamar. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They're the beneficiaries of Lonzo Ball. That's being a beneficiary of Lonzo Ball knowing how to guard that perimeter or knowing how to guard the top of the key or ahead of that 3-point line. That's pretty much it's just Lonzo pressure, and that's what they're gonna lose without Lonzo. You're not gonna be able to put that type of pressure on. So
And
that
that's
has
why I said
nothing
they're
to do
gonna
with
be
them
7.
two. That's why you think they're gonna be what?
That's why I said they're gonna be in the playing tournament.
I mean, look, man. I got to keep my fingers crossed. At the end of the day, like I said, they got some players that they can implement that could put on that same type of pressure that Lonzo provided. It's probably just not going to be as good as Lonzo, but I think
Lonzo is a god.
Nah, I'm saying he's a defensive guru. He got that. He knows how to guard with his hips. That's Lonzo, man. Lonzo knows how to guard with his hips. But with that being said, they do got some players that play defense, man, and that's the organization's job. They did what they had to do, so I don't see Chicago not supposed to be slipping the way you talking about. Because
it's only one spot. You remember they finished 60 last year. I'm just saying they're going down one spot, the 7th seed, and that's the plan.
I don't see them slipping. They're not gonna be. How should I put it, man?
If you look at the schedule, Flight had put the schedule up, right? I mean, not the schedule, the standings, and it had like Boston, the Bucks, Philly. Who am I forgetting? Miami. That's 4. Toronto, I think, was ahead of them, and another big team I'm missing. One of the big boys. I can't call it right now, but they had the Brooklyn Nets like 8 or 9. They had them real low. The Nets are not about to finish there. They're going to be top 5. So that pushes the Bulls out right there. Which one of those teams are you going to take out and put the Bulls in?
Look, I put it like the Bulls should be a top 4 to top 5 seed, man. I don't see them dropping all the way to the plane. Because
so which one of the teams you got behind them?
You said behind
Miami?
them?
Yeah, it got to be 2 teams got to be behind them.
I said
now
they'll be in front of Miami after that.
Miami definitely got to take a step back. They ain't make no moves yet. They coming back with the same rosters.
How can you say that after how Miami whooped us last year? It wasn't even competitive.
Whooped who? Chicago?
Yeah, they beat us by a dub every time.
Yeah, I hear you, man, but Miami's gonna take a step back, in my opinion. I don't know how far back. I think they could still make the play-in or possibly the bottom of the playoffs, but I still think Chicago got a better roster. You understand? But
I hope you're right. I
yeah,
hope
because
you're right, man.
now you gotta understand, Miami wins their games based on pure will, bro. It's just they really just win games based on will. They defensive, and that's a problem. That's the difference between Miami and the Knicks. You understand? Because the Knicks they could will their defense, but they can't really will it into victories. Miami knows how to play defense into a dub. You understand? And that's the difference between those two coaches right there. So, but Chicago still has an overall better team, bro, from 1 to 15.
And we got dubbed every time. If we're gonna pick a team to fall behind them, I wouldn't pick the team that dubbed us every time.
I mean, I can't argue with you the whole way. At the same time, you're making a little bit of sense. It's just my opinion, though. I just feel like,
teach his own. You right?
yeah, I just feel like Lonzo not being there shouldn't affect this team that much. If anything, Lonzo being there should elevate them a little bit more, their stature. But with him not being there and the moves that they made, I don't think this team should be taking a slip. Iowa should be playing a whole lot better. They got Dragic who could affect the defensive side. They got Caruso who could affect the defensive side. You understand? And at the end of the day, there's no excuse for Chicago, bro. I don't care, bro. There's no excuse for Chicago.
You look, talk around Chicago is that Lonzo ain't coming back to January. If we don't have Lonzo on that court between October 31st, that Halloween game, and January sometime, we're gonna be 7th or 8th seed, easy.
Yo, bro, that's crazy, man. For you to think that, man. But I give people people put so much on. You see, this is where I get confused at, man. Then why the hell do so many people hate on Lonzo Ball, man? If he could affect a team with these many stars on it and these many freaking players on it that are freaking good, then why is there any Lonzo Ball hate, bro?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because they basically saying you can have a whole freaking roster full of awesome players, and because you don't have Lonzo, you're gonna drop all the way to here. It's like, but yet at the same time, they always hating on Lonzo. I don't know. Bro.
But you know what though? What people don't understand, Unstoppable. You can give me your opinion on this. What people don't understand is Lonzo. It's not just Lonzo physically being out there. It's the verbal that he do. He switch, pick to your left. Like most of the dudes on the Bulls is not even calling out none of that. So when him and Caruso's on the floor together, then Caruso on the left wing, he on the right wing, and they calling out what they see. It's putting everybody in the defensive position that they should be in. And if somebody in the wrong position, I done seen Lonzo grab a motherfucker and throw him to where they're supposed to be. Like pushes his back, like, man, get over there. You supposed to be, my backup help. Like that's the shit that he does when he on the court. It's not just like he locking down one player. He communicating with all other 4 players on the court, and that's what's making our defense, so strong. I think we was like top 3 at one point of last year.
No, I agree.
My son came in. I agree. Nah, you make sense, man. But I disagree to a certain point with the whole Lonzo situation. I don't think Lonzo not being there. There's no excuse for the Bulls, man. And anybody who bring up Lonzo as an excuse, but then turn around and hate on Lonzo, I'm gonna get at him because that don't make no sense to me.
No, Ted, I'm talking about as far as not by him, being verbally speaking, saying switch, do this, do that. He's not only, playing defense, but he out there talking to people too. That's what I'm talking about. I agree on, but I also agree with you saying is that with all this talent on the court, bro, it's like, man, y'all should be able to still hold it down. With him being gone, like y'all got too much firepower, but you could be getting whooped like that. And then it goes to saying what you said is that Lonzo catch so much flack, and they say he ain't good, but If you saying this one person gone and it's affecting this firepower team, then he got to be way better than what y'all say he is.
Thank
You
you,
know?
bro.
Hey,
That's
unstoppable. We
uh,
unstoppable. We only had Vucevic and Tony Bradley last year at our center position, really until we got Tristan late in the season. But I remember talking with you and me and you know, saying that the Bulls are not a small team. We don't have really big bigs where it count at, but that our defense should be number one every year because we don't have a player smaller than 6'4" on the court.
Right, absolutely. They should, bro. 'Cause this a big team, though.
well, you do now though, because Dragic is 6'3".
Oh, yeah.
He don't count.
Nah, I'm messing with you. Nah, but there's no excuse for this team, man. There's no excuse, man. They got to go all the way. At least get to the finals. I don't want to hear this this Brooklyn Nets nothing. Okay, they still got to get it together. The Nets got to create something. Yo, don't think that the Nets are just gonna be coming off just winning a bunch of games, man. The Nets are another team that's full pack with a bunch of players that they got to create some form of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a Kyrie KD team. They still other players on the court that needs to learn how to fall into that system, whatever
I
system that
mean,
is.
we made it to the 6th seed, and we could have been way higher than that, and we just played off DeMar and Zach.
Yeah. But the Bulls will be better. You're gonna get a better IO, man. I truly believe that, man. You're gonna get a hell of a better IO. IO's gonna affect that team in a large way this year.
Yes, sir.
Remember I told you that.
I
Because
believe he's gonna average. I believe he's gonna average 17 points.
yeah, he's gonna I think he will put up more buckets. I don't know if it'll be as much as 17, but I think on the point guard level, because I think they're gonna stick him at point guard a little bit more, being that he got that experience last year, and they're gonna need that height in the backcourt. So I know he's gonna affect.
He's gonna be our starting point guard.
Yeah, so I know, hopefully, most likely. But at the end of the day, he got the experience that he needed last year, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And that counts for something. So let's see what happens, man.
Shit, man. I tell you, you know, the only thing that really, like, I see Andre Drummond like handle his business with Giannis. Like, you know, Giannis wasn't, you know, just bullying him. But that's funny. Like, we haven't beat Embiid since Embiid been in the league, I think they said. And the one person that we brought in to help our defense is the one person that Embiid calls his son or some shit like that, right?
No, Embiid is a different animal, though, bro. Like, Joel Embiid is. Embiid is a different animal, bro. Andre Drummond ain't. Yeah, because he's just skilled, bro. He could get you from anywhere on the floor. So Andre Drummond gonna have problems with that. The reason why he could guard the Greek Freak so easily is because the Greek Freak just has a basic game. It's like he's not gonna do too much. He's not gonna confuse you. But Embiid, he'll get you from anywhere, man. Outside, inside, middle, back to the basket. Like you got to get that man some credit for his game. His game is versatile, bro.
Yeah, no, that's scary. That's scary.
His game is versatile, man. Like that's an elite big man right there. That's what you call an elite big man. Him and Joker, those are elite big men.
Damn, I thought the Joker was gonna try to come over.
To who? Chicago?
Yeah, I did.
Man, you got hoop dreams.
Man, you ain't the only one, man. I thought he would try to come over because him and AK, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, man, AK drafted him in the second round and put all his faith and trust into him, and you know, put him in the right position to become MVP. I thought they had a bond. You know what I'm saying? Then he signed that $5 million, that 5-year contract. I'm like, man, fuck you.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. You think Embiid might win that MVP next season? I think he should have won. But I think he was robbed, if you ask me.
I don't think Embiid is gonna win an MVP ever in his life.
I disagree.
See, he should have won. He should have won it this year, bro. But like I said, I think they robbed him, man. He was snubbed, man. Should have got it.
I believe this year, Giannis Antetokounmpo is gonna be the front runner for most of the year, and y'all about to straight up clown me, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Zion gonna sneak in and become the league MVP on his first year healthy. I believe Zion gonna average 34 points and probably 14 rebounds.
34, God man, and 14 rebounds.
I believe so. I believe so easily.
I don't know about that.
You don't think Zion can score 8 points? Whoa. So 862 for 32. You don't think Zion could hit? You don't think Zion's gonna hit 4 baskets a quarter?
4 baskets a quarter?
Yeah, 4. You don't think he's gonna get 4 dunks a quarter? Like that's the points right there.
You said 4 points a quarter?
Yeah, and 4 shots.
Zion MVP, you capping.
OD.
Zion MVP.
I'm about to say 4 points a quarter. That's 16 points, bro.
No, that's 4 shots. 4 shots. So you telling me Zion's not gonna take a shot every 4 minutes or whatever?
No, Zion MVP, bro. You capping, bro. You capping. OD. How?
I'm not saying.
Y'all gotta
make it make sense.
Y'all gotta. All right, I'm about to right now. Y'all gotta realize what the league that we talking about. We talking about the NBA that loves storylines. Derrick Rose sat there and said, "Why not me? Why can't I be MVP?"
They'll give him most improved or something like that. Like,
most improved.
Like,
bro, you're not gonna score 34 points and 14 rebounds and get most improved.
Debate over Zion.
What?
I said Ja Morant got a better case for an MVP case than a Zion.
Nah, not at all. But I would say
Ingram will have a better case on his
No. You good with Ja Morant because Ja Morant has a storyline. We all know the storyline. Come on, man.
We love the storyline. Oh, come on, bro. MVP gonna be Curry next year.
Think about it.
MVP gonna be Curry next year. They're gonna run it back.
No, I think it's gonna be Joel Embiid, fam. They gonna make it right.
It's like Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
Too many better storylines.
Joel Embiid can't get it over Joker.
He should have got it over Joker, bro.
He should the last one, yeah.
He missed it twice.
Huh?
So if Joel Embiid didn't get the MVP this last season,
this year, yeah, it's over. He don't got no
over.
Yeah, it's over. It's over for that. That's
he can't do much better than what he did. You know?
Yeah, he reached not his max, but I mean he could probably get like a Finals MVP or something like that. But then that's a whole different conversation, right? But in the sense of MVP right now, it got to be on some like Curry.
He should have got it though, bro. That's what I'm saying. They should have robbed him.
Yeah, they robbed him, but Shaq should have got it when Steve Nash got the 2 back-to-back.
Shaq should have never got it when Steve Nash got it. Kobe should have got it when Steve Nash got it.
Well, you know what? Shaq and Kobe should have split one.
Shaq and Kobe, nah. Shaq was on Miami Heat, bro. You capped him tonight, bro. What's up with you?
Bro, Shaq was balling. Won the title.
No,
what you talking
bro, that
about?
was D-Wade's team, bro. Come on, bro. Chill. Don't do that. Don't do that to Kobe.
You saying something to stop him?
No, I ain't say nothing.
No, bro, here tripping. He talking about Zion. If Zion averaged 34 and 14, he's getting MVP. I don't give a damn what he do.
He's not getting those. He's not getting those type of numbers. Nah.
Well, it's only 4 shots a quarter.
You say it so effortlessly, but it's not. You know.
Did we not watch Zion and see him snatching
You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
and
You
looking
gotta watch
effortless?
CJ McCollum. You gotta watch. It's so much other stuff going on in the woman.
See, you don't have to run. First of all, you don't even have to run places, Zion. He going to get all them misses that niggas jacking up, and he chip dunking them back in.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Zion,
You
you can't
saying
really.
so? You just trying to say the easy buckets is gonna really get him to an MVP status?
They did it for Charles Barkley.
Oh wow, good take.
Nah,
Good
Zion
take.
don't really have to do
I,
much to get buckets, man. Like he just gotta
I
be
mean,
around the basket.
I hear it, but I don't. I gotta see it to believe it.
So just
Remember,
like you
guys, I'm the
said,
same. I'm the same guy. I'm the same guy who said I wouldn't even sell up my whole team to get him on the Knicks. So you know what I'm saying. Don't mind me.
are you a Knicks fan?
Now, it's not being a Knicks fan. I'm just saying I don't really believe in Zion the way how a lot of people do.
Man,
You feel
listen,
me?
bro. If I had
But
a
that's
chance
just
to get
me.
Zion and I was the owner of the Knicks, I would let you know, yo, pack y'all bags, y'all going to New Orleans, man.
Every
See
one
ya.
of them.
I mean,
Bye bye.
I wouldn't mind sending Julius Randle back to New Orleans and get
Julius,
Zion. I mean,
listen, bro.
that's
Let
fine.
me ask you this.
Y'all can have him back.
Hey, Believe, let me ask you this, bro. If you had a chance to get Zion or RJ, who you picking?
What you mean? I was going to take Zion. We had the
Okay
third
then.
pick though, so y'all
Oh,
we couldn't get
no,
him.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Going off of trades, man. You mean to tell me you want to send? If you had to send
But
RJ,
I don't think the Knicks or New Orleans would trade. They would
I
want to
know that,
keep.
but
They would want to pair
hold
them. I
on.
don't think they would want to
But
split
but
them.
but I don't know. But you just said you wouldn't trade none of them pieces for Zion.
No,
I'm
I
just saying.
just said I wouldn't mind giving up Randall, but I wouldn't give up
Oh,
like a whole team, like an
man, I
OD.
give up that whole team, man.
Yeah,
Straight
you
up.
see what I'm saying? Y'all be
I'm
wanting too much, you
Whoa!
know.
no. I
Hold up,
said I
hold up, hold
would.
up,
I
hold up, hold up.
would.
So let me
Let me
just say,
say why. Let me say why. Because if he could stay healthy, Zion is a generational talent, fam. That's the building block right there, fam. You mean to tell
yo,
me
Right.
folks wouldn't
But
want
to
to
be
play with
honest, bro,
Zion?
Zion numbers and Julius Randle numbers wasn't that far off, bro.
yo, you see why I be trying to tell y'all these Knicks, some Knicks fans be nuts, bro. So you would have gave
Oh,
up
here
your
we
whole.
go
You,
again with the
I'm
Knicks talk.
sorry, bro, because you just said you wouldn't give it up for Zion, but y'all was
I
ready
said
to do it for,
Randall. I said Randall would be the only
bro.
player I would really give up for Zion because I don't really fully believe
I
in Zion.
understand that, but
That's what
y'all,
I'm saying.
so what you would have gave up for Donovan Mitchell?
I told you I didn't really want to give up nothing for him neither. I would have just gave up picks. We spoke about that.
Man,
We different type of fans over here. We know that.
Hey, Ted, getting a headache.
nah, bro, it be throwing me off, man, because it's like I won't give up nothing much for Zion, but I'll give up all my picks for Donovan Mitchell. So
I would give up some picks for Zion too,
Donovan Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell compared to Zion, both healthy. Who's the better player, bro? Who got the better upside? To
bro.
you, to you.
To me, I'm gonna go with Donovan Mitchell, bro.
So
Oh God.
Donovan Mitchell will affect your team, which is the Knicks, more than Zion Williams.
I don't know about that, Believe, man.
On what level?
You gotta say why though. You gotta
No,
say why.
but nah, you ain't
Why?
see. You took that out of context. You said player wise, right? You said team now. You said what player? Who
No,
got the better
we're
upside,
speaking
Zion or
about the Knicks.
Julius Randle?
Because I mean,
Hold on. I want him to answer that. Believe. Oh, no, sorry. Yo,
What's up?
Believe. Why do
What's
you
up?
feel like Donovan Mitchell got higher upside than Zion Williams healthy, bro? Come
That's
on,
Because
man. You gotta
he's
crazy.
let me know.
always giving up on them, bro.
He said it's
Who?
healthy.
I said it's healthy, yeah.
yeah,
Why? You
healthy,
gotta tell me
healthy.
why.
If healthy, because Donovan's a guaranteed scorer. I seen what he could do. I ain't really seen nothing. Like, we going off college, bro. Like, y'all
Yo,
be
bro,
come on,
Zion is a man child, bro. I don't
all right.
understand. Yo, Zion moves
But
people
look, all
that
right,
weigh more
let's
than
talk.
him out
All
the
right, let's
way, bro.
come on. Let's talk what I want to
I,
talk about now. How about this, right? Lamelo over Zion under 25.
LaMelo over Zion under
See,
25.
the crazy thing about
Upside
that
wise.
is, the crazy thing about Zion is, what y'all not saying is, Zion could be compared to whatever dude 25 or under that you want. But this
I,
dude rebounds like Andre Drummond with Andre Drummond's
come on, bro.
same
Y'all
fucking
wilding on
body.
Zion now.
He passed like
Lamelo getting
LaMelo
rebounds
Ball,
like
and he
everybody
shoots
too.
like, bro, this dude is
Bro,
like
He
a
going
fucking.
25 and under, right?
yo, I be hating on the Pelicans a little bit just because of Sky, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. Zion is a generational player, bro. If he can stay on the floor, the dude
Right.
got a
Just
hand.
if,
Bro, the
bro. Just
dude jumps
if.
out the gym, bro. You
Just
could have a
His
7 foot, but
handle,
you can
his
have his
handle, bro.
exactly, bro. The only thing he need is a nice little consistent jump shot, and this dude is unstoppable, bro.
Man,
Like he
We
would move
definitely gonna see. We
Giannis.
definitely gonna see what's up this season. I
This
can't wait.
dude will move Giannis out the way, bro. You're bugging, bro.
yes.
He got that power like Shaq, my G. You bugging, bro. And yo, you probably just
Think about
haven't seen.
that.
You probably just
How-
haven't seen him play in a while. That's what it is. Man.
That's
That's
probably
all
what
it is, bro.
Maybe
That's all
I'm
it is.
Zion homesick.
Yeah, he got to remind you, man.
Yeah, he got to
Hopefully-
remind me. He got to remind me.
Hey, look, Zion is the one dude in the last probably 20 years. No, I say Derrick Rose too, but him and D Rose is the only dudes that I had to rush home to watch them play, or I had to DVR that shit or something.
I've been rushing home in the last 20 years. 20 years?
For the Knicks.
Capping, bro. Kobe? No, what you mean the Knicks? I don't got to
I ain't
talk
fuck
about
with
Kobe.
Kobe.
You've been rushing home for the Knicks for the past
Rush
20
go home
years.
to see.
The black man's in effect. What's up, y'all?
Woo! My boy Zen Master in the building.
What's cracking?
What's poppin'?
What's up?
Came here on my public enemy today.
Zen and his ASMR mic. What's shaking, baby?
I'm live
Hey.
from Belize, by the way, guys. Like I'm live in Belize right now. I came up for y'all, but I'm rolling up a nice fat one.
Is it hot down there?
Yo, I'm sweating bullets
It's always
right now,
hot
bro.
down
For
there.
real?
Oh, my boy got the blunt on. Yeah, blunt on. You know what's
You
up?
said you was gonna cam up, Belize. Come on, Belize cam up.
Came up. All right, hold
Yeah.
on. Let me.
It's 9:46 with it's what, 1 something on the
It's
East Coast?
10:46, and I got my Knicks
Not
shorts on.
almost
out here,
1
too.
o'clock on the East Coast.
No. I'm 10:46 right now. I'm in Belize, so you know.
Are we on Flight Sports After Dark now? Is it time?
Yeah, that's what we
Yes,
doing.
sir.
That's what we doing. Let me roll up the dirty one then.
I'm saying.
Let me roll up the
Let
dirty
me
one.
roll
Then.
up
We
the
on go
dirty
live
one.
right now. Then I'll come up phone on then, and we on roll it then.
All right,
What's
so
up?
I know
What you
Belize
talking
is
about?
here. Who
I
else on the
can't
panel
remember this
tonight?
motherfucker lifted.
You?
And who else?
Unstoppable, talented Ted, and you got AP.
Okay.
Okay, we got a nice
You-
panel.
The usual suspects.
Man.
Yeah.
I must have missed Purple tonight.
Yeah.
Purple was up here tonight, probably.
Hey, Zen.
What's up?
So, man, your boy Simons, bro. What you think he gonna do, fam? He gonna pick up what he left off at? He gonna take a step back because of Dame? What's talk to me, man?
It's going to be up to Dame, of course, but maybe Dame is ready to win. And,
Yeah, what's up with Zane?
you know, at some point, a player gets full. They get full. Their belly, Dame done did all the stunting he could ever do, really. And he wants to win. So to me, I think it's time for Dame to lead the way in terms of sharing with this young man, making sure he gets his, making sure the offense is balanced. But if Dame comes out and does the same shit Dame has always done, Simons is going to suffer for it.
Okay, all right. It's this team full strength play-in team, or they gonna make the playoffs?
7 seed.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, Jessica, pull up. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a dog fight, man.
You said 7 seed for the Blazers?
Yeah, we'll be fighting with New Orleans and probably Sacramento for 7 and 8.
I don't know,
You give
bro.
Sacramento that much love?
Jeremy Grant.
Mike Brown's going to bring them up.
In 1 year.
Yeah.
In 1 year.
They got talent. Yeah.
All right.
Didn't they get Jeremy Grant?
Hey, look, man.
Portland got
It's
Jeremy
gonna-
Grant, yeah.
It's gonna be a dog fight. I think Memphis gonna fall down a little bit because Clippers gonna be back. Clippers gonna take one of the spots, and then it's gonna be I actually think the Pelicans gonna be a decent seed. I know Timberwolves gonna make it. It's gonna be a dog fight,
It's gonna be a
fam.
dog
I
fight.
don't
Yeah,
know
it
who's
is.
gonna make it, fam. I don't know
Can't.
who's gonna make it.
You can't discount
Yo.
the Lakers until Anthony Davis gets injured again.
Right, exactly.
Why
It's gonna be
y'all
a fight,
keep
man.
Why y'all keep downting the Grizzlies, man? The Grizzlies are a well-coached team, bro.
No, listen. Let me be clear. When I say I think they go, I shouldn't say fall out. Excuse me. I think the seeding is gonna drop because, like I said, them Clippers is coming back, fam. And then you got to go off if AD can stay healthy. Then on you got the Pelicans, fam. The Pelicans gonna make the playoffs, fam. They got Zion, bro. So my thing is, what seeding they gonna be in? If they fall to the 7th seed, they gonna have a fight in the play-in. So
That's why I
man.
said
Wait,
Portland
you said
and New Orleans
wait,
going to fight for
Get rid of
7
the
and 8.
play-in.
You said what? What
You
believe?
said Memphis in the 7th seed?
No, I said if they fall to the 7th seed. I think they're gonna fall because I don't
From the
know
second, from the
seed.
like third seed, they dropped to
Yeah, bro.
OD
Shit,
heavy.
Clippers coming back, bro. If John Wall is at least 60% of himself, Clippers is gonna be
Yeah.
scary as hell,
Yo,
Yeah,
man.
Clippers
hold on,
is
hold on,
They
hold
gonna
on.
They
be
are gonna
scary.
be.
but
Hold
I
on.
don't
Let me
really
ask,
know if I can see the
let me
Memphis
ask.
dropping all down to 7.
Yo, y'all run through this for me right quick, man. Y'all everybody just give me a quick answer, man. I just want to hear y'all. I just want to hear this, man. So let's start. Where Phoenix gonna be?
Phoenix, I think, probably gonna be up there top 3, maybe 3. This is
Nah, I
say
see
3.
Phoenix at like 4. I see
Top
I see
three.
Phoenix dropping to 4.
I say top 3, but it's just say
I
3,
two.
bro.
don't know. I don't know.
Nah. Just do me a favor. Just tell me playoff, and don't use the word play in. I just want you to tell me, is it playoff or no playoff?
Playoffs, of
All
course,
right.
playoffs,
Yeah, they'll
bro.
make the
Playoffs,
playoffs.
Where's Memphis?
playoffs.
Memphis in
No
the playoff.
playoffs.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Memphis at like
All
5,
right, look.
6.
All right, look. I got a crew. I got my crew with me too, right? They say no playoffs, but I say Memphis got the playoffs.
Now you
Where's
said, hold on. You said
Who said
playoffs.
Memphis not gonna make the
Hold
playoffs?
on. You
All right,
said
so
playoffs.
let's run it down the line.
Nah, I'm
no
running it.
playoffs, right?
Let's run it
I'm,
down the line. Clippers 1, Warriors 2. Who's 3?
What?
Nah, hold on. Nah, we ain't doing it like that.
Wait.
Just
Warriors
don't do
1,
it like that.
Clippers 2.
Nah, don't do it
I
like that
said
because
I said
you get.
Clippers 1, Warriors 2. Who's 3?
Nah, you
Wait,
gonna create too
hold
much conversation.
on.
Just
Let me ask you this now. If we say no playoffs, are you counting it as they could be a playoff, they could be a play-in team, or you just saying not making the playoffs at all?
not making the playoffs. So it's either playoffs or not. No playoffs. That's it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that's just gonna confuse the whole thing.
Okay. All right.
Where where y'all got Golden State?
Hold on. Pick a name,
Damn.
bro. Because I think if we all go separate, it's gonna start confusing. So maybe we should do, just go down the line.
Who that?
Whoever want to go
Marvin?
first? No, this is unstoppable.
Nah, I thought I heard Marvin on deck.
No, he might be. I don't know.
Nah, but just go
I
ahead,
mean,
man.
it would be easier to say who wouldn't make it, right?
Yeah. See
Yeah.
who wouldn't make it. Let's just go playoff or no playoff.
Well,
No,
look,
you already.
8
I
if
teams
we
don't.
out
I
talking
of
don't
about
think
the
the.
West,
I don't think the
for the
Kings
West.
gonna make it. I think we all could agree the
San
Kings not gonna
Antonio,
make it, bro.
Houston.
The Kings.
After you say San Antonio, Houston, and Sacramento, it's a toss-up from there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got
But
the. You
that's
got
all
the.
playing.
You
Well,
got the
Lakers not making the
Trailblazers.
playoffs.
You got the Trailblazers. You got the New Orleans.
That's
I don't
cap,
even
man. The
think the
Lakers will make it the playoffs.
New Orleans
Lakers
Pelicans.
making
You
the
got the
playoffs?
Lakers.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I see them
bro.
playing the plane.
I gotta think.
They
think
gonna get
LeBron
eliminated.
James and AD
They're
could
gonna be
at
Bro,
like
least
the
make the
listen,
playoff show. I
yo,
Hey
gotta give them
yo,
that
Zen,
much
Zen,
credit.
listen, man.
it all
It's
depends
only
on
it's only
health, bro.
it's
If
only
AD not healthy, they not making it.
it's only
Of
8
course,
spots, man.
of
It's
course. If they're
only
not
8
healthy, they
spots.
won't make it. But I gotta give them that much credit from the gate.
So 5 teams are not making
I'm
it.
not giving them that much.
So
Look,
at the end of
if I was the Lakers, you know what I would do? I would tell Anthony Davis don't play to the playoffs. Sit your ass
It's
down.
7 teams. It's 7 teams that wouldn't make
Okay,
it, ain't
hold
it?
on. Let's say this, Ted. What you think is a better team, the Memphis Grizzlies or the Pelicans?
Who
You
the
said
best
If
who?
one?
Zion is there in full strength, the
Memphis Grizzlies
Pelicans.
are okay. The Pelicans. I think we all gonna say the Pelicans, right?
It's
I
still a
think
lot of
Pelicans.
ifs though. My bad, y'all. I'm over talking like a motherfucker.
No, you good, fam. You good. I'm just saying. I think they gonna be in that 6 or 7 seed, bro. You know.
I see y'all sleeping on the Timberwolves too. The Timberwolves gonna be nice.
No, I'm saying the Timberwolves gonna be there. That's what I'm saying. You got the Timberwolves. You got the Pelicans. What else? It said Timberwolves. You got the Pelicans. The Lakers. Maybe the Lakers, depending on how healthy Anthony Davis is. And you saying Zion, not Zion. Zen is saying the Trailblazers. So what is
Trailblazers ain't
that?
making no playoffs, bro. Respect to Zen and all. Zen, come on.
Why
That's a
wouldn't
reach.
we, bro? Why wouldn't we?
That's a reach.
Why would we make the playoffs after making it 9 out of 10 years? We
What's
had
No,
up,
I'm
one down
saying.
year.
everybody?
What's
yo,
up, Jessica?
what's up,
Now,
Jessica?
I'm not saying they're gonna fall out of. I'm just saying I think their seeding's gonna fall. They're not gonna be top 3, bro. I say maybe 6 or 7, man. I think
Blazers will
Pelicans
be a
To
probably
be
be a
7.
honest with
5.
you, Zen, I think y'all gonna get rid of Dame
We
this season
definitely
too.
know everybody can't make the
Nah.
playoffs.
Dame is all in. He's committed. If he was gonna leave, he'd have did it last summer.
Hey yo,
I believe
Oh,
Portland got
shit.
enough
Hold on.
firepower.
No, they don't need this. You know what I forgot? See, we missing the Nuggets, bro. The Nuggets, the Warriors, the Mavs. It's tough, bro. It's
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm.
tough.
That's the point that I'm trying to get across. That's what I'm trying to see. The only teams you can sit there and actually say is not going to make it is Houston, OKC, and Well, in my opinion, Sacramento and San Antonio.
I'm not worried about the
Yep.
Mavericks at all.
Every other team is
But
a
they'll make it though.
They'll make it,
Who?
but I ain't worried about them. And they might find themselves in a play-in in this conference.
Oh, they might. Y'all kind of deep out there.
Yep.
Nah, Memphis. I mean, Dallas do got a tough run because they got a lot of hitters.
Let Luka catch a bad one.
And Luka
they
been
missed
playing
2
all
months.
summer. Luka been playing all summer too, so he might, you know what I mean. Not to say it like that or wish injury on him, but you see what's going on.
We know it's going to happen to somebody.
Shape, it's going to be scary.
We know it's going to happen to somebody. All these hopes and dreams are going to go up in smoke for somebody in one play.
It's definitely going to come down to health.
And Zen, I agree with you. I'm saying the same thing, bro.
And that shit scared me.
I preserve him for the playoffs.
It always does.
Yeah. But look, Danilo Gallinari's gone already. Chet Holmgren's gone already. Who else is out for the season already?
Kemba Walker.
Kimba's gone?
Kemba Walker's good.
DJ Liddell.
It's at least 2 big ones gone.
Hey, Purple Baby, what would be your 8 teams in the Western Conference that make the playoffs?
This is not Purple Baby, sweetheart.
Oh.
Jessica Anderson.
Shots fired. That's Miss Anderson.
Hot Pockets. What's going on, girl?
Hot
Hey, y'all.
I thought I heard Purple Baby on there.
Yeah, no. It ain't Purple. It's Jessica. But look, everybody can't make the playoffs in the West.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Nah,
my fault. I just love the way you said that. Shots fired.
Look, everybody in the West. It's definitely gonna come down to health, and that's the part that scared me.
Yo, random note to Zen. It's blazing out here, bro. It's blazing, bro.
It was perfectly 80 degrees and sunny here in Portland today.
Man, it's blazing out here.
But look, let me tell y'all about my Blazers real quick. The backcourt is striggity. I mean straight. We got 2 offensive guys starting. Pull them off, and you got Josh Hart and Gary Payton II. Or switch them out. And anytime we need to put a defender in either position, 1 or 2, we got it covered. And Hart can cover the 3. Our defense is going to be so much better this year. Chauncey Billups heading that shit. He's a defensive-minded head coach. The guard play is going to be great. Don't sleep on the Blazers. Sacramento really don't have a chance with our backcourt.
I think Jeremy Grant is going to take a step.
It's going to go down place. The Lakers, the Portland, you want to say that? Man.
It's going to have to be
if we switch
to that about the Lakers and the Portland.
But hold on.
And we
switch to the East real quick, I want to ask a real random question.
We still ain't talking about Memphis. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
If we switch conference to the East real quick.
Yeah, it's going to be 1 or 2 teams in the West that are real good that miss the playoffs.
Yes, sir. I agree.
And so the factor, why would they miss it? What would it be?
Injury,
it's not enough, like you said, there's not enough spaces.
Let's ask the question: who's most
but
likely?
What I'm saying is, what would be the reason for a good team to not make the playoffs?
It's going to be I don't want to go with injuries. I just think it's going to be a tight-end battle, bro. It's just
it's going to be a 50, probably 4-win team that I ain't gonna say that high. Maybe a 49-win team that missed the playoffs because team won 50 games. It's not gonna be because it wasn't enough talent or anything like that. It's just gonna be like that one year where everybody, I think every seed up to the 7th seed won 50 games.
That's how it was in the West this past year. The Western Conference had a whole lot more winners in the playoffs, and the Eastern Conference had like sub 500. No, I mean I think it was the other way around. One of them had more winners, and another conference had
I think
sub
you're right.
fives. Was it
One of
that
the-
way?
I think you're right.
One of
Okay.
the biggest factors is going to be scheduling. Some team is going to come down at the end of that season with an easy ass
There
schedule.
we go. That's a good answer.
That's another good one. Yeah.
I'll take that over injury.
I think
I
you
mean,
got to
Because
answer
to
the
be
can say
honest,
question.
COVID though.
if you think about it, your schedule can dictate how you play,
Shoo.
whether
Hey,
you're
I'm a
a
Bull
good
fan.
team or
I
not.
seen that.
If somebody
Yeah.
could get a 10-game streak of just easy teams, man, and just knock it all out the box, and that could put them where they need to be.
I think you got to look at key player risk of injury. Number one, Anthony
You're gonna,
Davis.
We got to stop
You're
with the
gonna look at.
injuries.
You're gonna
Number
have to
two,
look at. I think you're
Kawhi
gonna.
Leonard.
Then you also got to look at spoilers, man. Certain teams who's not gonna make it, they're gonna just enjoy the fact that they could just mess it up for another team also.
What I'm saying though is if AD and Kawhi ain't there, those two teams are gone.
And
They're done.
Zion, I still got worries about Zion too.
If Zion ain't there, New
Oh,
Orleans ain't going very far. And that's
Well,
what I'm
no,
saying
I
about
won't
key
say that,
injuries
though. I won't
and the
say that,
risk of key
though.
injuries.
I
yeah, I
won't
wouldn't
say
say
that.
that either. You right,
If
Jessica. I wouldn't
Zion
say that
get
either.
hurt, right? If Zion get hurt, it does affect the team or whatever. But I think that we could still hold some ground with Bi and CJ.
Sure can, and that's why I don't like harping on
we did it
injuries,
at
man.
right.
And that rookie is gonna be even better.
Which one?
Who,
Herb,
Dyson
Jose,
Daniels?
Trey,
Dyson
Oh,
Daniels?
Herb Jones.
Jose.
Herb ain't a rookie no
Yeah,
more.
Trey too. Yeah, they not rookies no more, but that was a good rookie draft class for them three right there. That was like number 17 pick. Herb was like number 35, and Jose was undrafted or whatever you want to call it.
I can't stand Jose.
What you got against Jose, cuz?
I can't stand Jose. That motherfucker he here in the corner like he was about to get on the bench or some shit. Stole the ball from one of our dumbass players and like won the game on our ass on some stupid shit.
Hey, give him props.
I know,
IQ.
right?
He's crafty.
Man, he did this shit like 2 or 3 times last year.
Yeah, and and Chris Paul made that comment at the end of the playoff talking about he ain't gonna get me. And Jose tried him at first and didn't get him. And Chris Paul was like, yeah, nah, he ain't gonna get me with that shit. Next game, got him. Got him.
Yeah, funny shit.
He did mention though a few people he had on his list that he still haven't gotten. I don't even remember who those folks is, but if they be listening, they better be paying attention. When you taking that ball out, you better be looking to your left and your right. Cause GT, what is it? GT Jose gonna come through.
She said GT Jose.
Grand Theft Jose.
Look, GT, yeah, Grand Theft
Alvarado. Yeah.
GTA. She's funny, bro.
GTJ.
Yo,
You happy?
Utah won 49 games last year. How many games they winning this year?
21.
47.
Right. So that's automatic.
Nah, they ain't got a Rudy or Spider. They hurting.
So that automatically opens up a door for the Lakers.
Yeah,
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Hey, look, I got a question. I am a little interested in this Pat Beverly pickup that the Lakers got. What y'all think that's gonna do for them with Russ if Russ still be there? I mean, cause Pat Beverly, his personality is heavy, and I do
Pat
like
Bev.
that man.
Did you see what he said? He said, "They brought me in."
If we made the playoff, it's because of me.
He like, I'm gonna tell LeBron, hold the hell up. They brought me in to talk my shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is he tripping?
That's why I said his personality is pretty heavy. I wonder how that's gonna work.
He's
I
like
feel
the
like he's
Kanye of
really
the
good
NBA.
though defensively. Be a little.
It's gonna help. It's gonna help in the backcourt. I think they're gonna play a lot together. To be honest with you, the good part is Pat Beverly could. Yeah, him and Russ and Pat Beverly. They're gonna play a lot together. You see, the thing is, Pat Beverly could hit that corner three, and Russ does like to put his back to the basket. LeBron likes to put his back to the basket. I wish AD would like to do that. So at the end of the day, if they get doubled, it kind of opens up a shot for him. He just got to shoot at a high clip.
Man, what are the Lakers doing? Bringing in another iffy shooter.
Pat be hitting his
Nah,
shots though, man.
Pat hit his shots.
Yeah,
And Pat
yeah.
really
I
like it.
said iffy. I ain't say he didn't hit
Yeah,
him.
but that I feel like they needed somebody who had that got that dog in them like that. You got to think like
Some defensive intensity.
right.
Okay, Pat Beverly is not a better shooter than Malik Monk, so they downgraded on their shooting, but their defense, like you said, he probably would win them a few games on his defense.
Yeah, you
Malik
gonna need
Monk is in
somebody
Sacramento,
that's
by the
got
way.
all that energy.
Monk is up in sack, so
Hey man,
I'm sorry.
y'all
Is it true? Is it true that LeBron missed the playoffs as equal as he made the playoffs since he been in the Lakers jersey?
Nah, you haven't been there that long.
I mean, count the years. What is it, like 4 years?
I'm gonna find out.
Nah, I doubt that, man. But don't sleep on Scottie Pippen Jr., man. That I think he's gonna affect the Lakers in a big way also. That boy
I
can
forgot
play.
about that.
Man, since we into the Lakers have to depend on Scottie Pippen Jr.
Nah, I ain't say depend on him. I'm just saying he's gonna have a nice rookie year.
I
I
made a
can see
video
it
about
happening.
Scottie Pippen Jr. earlier.
Sometimes it's the little things that count too now.
Shit, they should have kept Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo.
They got one Toscano Anderson, which
They
counts.
should have
Do
kept
they still got?
B.I.
Do they still got Dwight Howard?
Yeah.
He said, "Jessica, stop it."
Yeah, no, I could have sworn they said that LeBron missed the playoffs twice and he made the playoffs twice.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, my fault. I didn't hear how you asked the question. Yeah, you might be accurate in that format.
You are 100% correct.
So who is it? A Lakers fan on the panel tonight?
Dex
Who's
is
the
a
Lakers
Lakers
fan?
fan. Dex.
Yeah,
I'm a
Dex
Lakers.
ain't on.
I'm a Lakers fan tonight. What you got?
He's talking about I'm a Lakers fan tonight. Well, okay, is giving up all your young talent, was it now with hindsight, was it worth it?
We got
To
one.
miss the playoffs twice?
We got one.
All right, somebody made the point about the Lakers never
got a
really
ring.
building. The Lakers don't build through the draft. So they'll go through this
Yeah.
process with LeBron, and when he's done, they'll bring in the next superstar to lead the Lakers and build with free agency.
Yeah, they're going after Giannis.
Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. Something like that.
Hey Zen, I watched your
No, they ain't gonna get it. Giannis
what
gonna
you
be a
call it
bull.
channel earlier today, and when you was talking about the different news, I like that because
Oh,
it
thanks,
did keep
Jessica.
me. It kept me, I haven't been really watching too much basketball since the season's off, but it did give me some, insight on what's going on. And they talking about bringing Las Vegas and Seattle finally getting them a team now, huh?
Yeah, they're supposed to announce September 30th at one exhibition and September 3rd at another, but I believe both are held in some arena in Seattle. I'm planning to go up there. The one game I know for sure is on the 3rd, is on a Monday, so I'm going to try to avoid having to go up there on a Monday, but if I got to take the day off to do it, I'm going to go. So, yeah, they're supposed to announce Las Vegas and Seattle, so hopefully the Supersonics are coming back, and maybe we should take a chat poll on what the new Las Vegas team should be called before they even have a chance to name them.
Better not be a bird. That's all I know.
The Las
yeah,
Vegas.
they better not be a bird because can't nobody flock with us.
I'm gonna be nice. You're not
The
Sky,
Buzzards.
so I'm gonna be nice.
The Buzzards,
Oh, I can handle
maybe.
it. Go on.
The Vegas
Nah,
Vipers.
man, I got too much respect for you, Miss Anderson. I call you Miss Anderson. I don't even call you Jessica. Me? Nah, I'm good with you. I salute you. I just like getting that
I
Sky.
like that.
How about the Las Vegas
Yeah,
casinos? Would that be a dope name? The casinos?
Say it
I was
again.
thinking it was
The
gonna
Las
be some
Vegas
junk like that.
casinos.
How about the Las Vegas Dominoes? I don't know.
Somebody
What
said the
about
Las
that?
Vegas cactus.
Las
What about
Vegas.
the humidities?
The
humidities.
Hey, so
It's
look,
them kids, baby.
I got a question for y'all. So I'm supposed to be doing this little bet right with somebody, but we ain't put it on the table yet. With the Pelicans versus Charlotte Hornets on October the 21st, I believe. And I just want y'all's opinion on who you think gonna win that game.
Charlotte gonna lose. That's
I
my
hope
opinion.
Zion puts 40 on them.
Put 40
It's
on
just
who?
good. I think, be honest with you, I think people forgot who Zion is. And if that
Yep.
boy come in this season playing ball, I'm sorry, man. The Pelicans are gonna be a problem, man.
He might MVP.
He's in condition. I know y'all seen him doing his 2K thing. He's ready. That was a
Zion,
jumpsuit. That's a jumpsuit. You can't hide your body in that shit. He's ready.
I mean, I feel you. I see with that tight ass outfit on. Oops, I'm sorry for cussing. You can see his weight or whatever. But you still have to, just because you look a certain way don't mean you have that winding.
True, but that was his biggest problem and somebody who suffers from joint pains, lower extremity issues, like my foot and ankle problems are really, really bad. When you lose 1 pound of weight, that's 10 pounds of force off of your feet and ankles. So he's going to be a whole different dude if he's actually where we think he is right now physically. Just that less stress on his body, on his joints, he's going to take off. I got a lot of confidence in dude. Yeah,
literally.
I got a lot of confidence in dude. I think he's going to have a monster season.
And he's going to get better as the season progresses because he's going to finally get all the way into basketball playing shape. So that's going to be ugly. I have him as my MVP. That's all I got to say.
I wouldn't go that far, but he's going to be damn good. And I think he's had enough of, the injury history. He's had time to get into the NBA regimen, learn how to take care of his body, learn what it's really all about. You can't eat the bullshit you've been eating, and, you got to follow a regimen, fat boy.
And Willie Green,
34-14.
Willie Green is gonna feed that boy. And I ain't talking about food, Neil. I'm talking about Willie Green is gonna really feature him consistently in that offense this season. I already see it, because that's part of how they gonna keep him in shape.
Did y'all see Luka go off today and Giannis went off yesterday?
I heard about it.
Luka had 47 in Euroball today. Giannis had 41 yesterday. Giannis had like the most points since Dirk. And then
118 points, 30 rebounds, and like 25 assists. I forget. I just think, crazy.
And then Luka came back and beat that like the next day. So,
damn.
Hey, look, don't sleep on FIBA. Don't sleep on Euroball. It's getting as good as the NBA. It practically is the NBA. Giannis and Luka played yesterday. Did y'all know that?
It's different rules though, man. And ain't they 3-point shot a little bit close?
Yo, we about to get up out of here.
Salute,
go back up tomorrow.
Everybody.
All right, line.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.